on the internet what a scumbag dealership you have for not fixing Tamara's car. We heard about you on the radio. You're welcome to call 303 Martino and give your side of the story. We've been trying to work well, and then I want you guys to tell them what we do and how we do it. Call them and let them know that you heard about it. Within the reach of my voice, do it now. What is that phone number?
I'll give you the easier. There's two numbers, Tom. The easier number to remember is 850-469-0000.
They're all zeros. Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Just like
okay.
the dealership.
So now listen, what I want you to do not be obnoxious or vulgar, and be very professional. I heard about you on the radio. It's a consumer show. We know what you do. With the internet, it's a small world. We're going to let everyone know about First Choice Automotive and how you're not fixing Tamara's car. And basically, you sound like a scumbag and a liar because you're lying. 850-469-0000. 850-469-0000. Let me know, by the way, if in fact you talk to someone, what they say. 850-469-0000. This is what I call the Consumer Club, which is a little double entendre there. Consumer Club, get it? You know, the club, bang, bang, and also a club, an association of like-minded consumers. 850-469-0000. We got more coming right up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Premier Members Credit Union.
It's been a busy morning for Denver drivers. However, as we get closer to that 11 o'clock hour, the roads and freeways are really starting to clear up. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds into and out of downtown, and that trend continues all throughout the Denver metro as well. Heading east to the airport, I-70 east and westbound flowing free. Pena Boulevard north and southbound, no complaints whether you're picking up or dropping off from DIA today. And on the south end of town, I-225 north and southbound free and clear for our friends in Aurora. Fox 31 pinpoint weather partly cloudy today, warm in the afternoon with a high of 76, overnight low of 41 tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. The current temperature in Denver is 71 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
At Premier Members, they personally handcraft every detail of every mortgage to perfection. It's not just your mortgage loan, it's their masterpiece. Join them at becomepremier.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Equal Housing Opportunity. NMLS 416701.
GenesisTotalExteriors.com. We're always looking for great contractors. He's been with me 30 years. He must be great, huh? He doesn't take money and run. He takes care of you, everything on the outside of your house, and then when the weather goes south, he'll work on the inside of your house. So any home improvements, roofs, gutters, painting, siding, stucco, decks, windows, doors, and then inside, basements, kitchens, baths, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Simply Floors, Inc. Doesn't that name say it all? If you need floors, think Simply Floors, Inc. That's INC. You can make an appointment. They'll come to your house, and they provide a design consultant to help you pick the right floor, whether it be carpeting, luxury vinyl tile, or planking, and, of course, all kinds of hardwoods. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Live and local, small but big savings. In fact, bigger than the big boxes, up to 40% off, and better installation. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Hey, One Clear Choice Garage Door should be your choice for garage doors. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Love these people because they do it the right way. They have 24/7 emergency service if you need it, or you just need them to come tune it up or install a brand new door or an opener or any issue. All of their prices on the website, OneClearChoiceDoors.com, 720-370-3987. And Silverleaf Mortgage, put them down for your reverse loans and call them. They have a heart for seniors, as I say. They take care of you, and they're happy to talk to you if you're just speculating. 720-REVERSE. That's 720-REVERSE. SilverleafMortgage.com.
Over a decade in Washington.
credit cards credit cards truly have probably. Why do they say the card number is not correct? My God in heaven, they keep saying that. Why do they say that? Every time I do this, okay, one more zero, you bastard. God almighty, I can't stand it. It's always our fault, right? Dude, this should be done. All right. Do you think retail, I mean, don't you think we're going to see a major, I mean, think about what Amazon has done to normal retail. Think about it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they can survive. I mean, it's getting to a point, literally, where toiletries and shit, I order and they're here at the house the next day.
I know, sometimes the same day.
Yeah, probably.
Amazon has delivered things to me same day. On things on like shampoo and stuff like that.
Here you go.
FILE.
Denver's talk station.
Online at khout.com.
Hey, by the way, I should mention this. I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. That auto dealer that we're dealing with, where I told you to make a stink, First Choice Automotive, they're number one in Florida. Do you know what that means? All of their Yelp reviews are 1. We're 1. Yeah, 1 in reviews. That's how bad they are. So please let them know you heard about them on the radio. They're scumbags, obviously. 850-469-0000. 850-469-0000. Ask for Scott or tell him, listen, all Tamara wants is her frickin' car fixed. Or I would take the $3,000 for the or the $2,300 back, and then go ahead and get it fixed somewhere else and forget that warranty. But who knows? This really sucks. Anyway, we have Dr. Joel Cherdak with us, Denver Regenerative Medicine. We're talking about stem cell therapy. Now, this is what I want to know. We have one guy that had a failed fusion and broken screws, has pain. Obviously, wouldn't those screws that are broken have to be fixed and all that? I mean, if people go to you after surgery, I want to talk about that. Surgery is supposed to correct it. Unfortunately, in back surgery, a lot of failures. Have you seen a lot of people after surgery?
We have. Obviously, it's more favorable to have a patient before they undergo surgery, because then you're trying to deal with some mistake or a problem that's been made. So a lot of it will depend on what the surgery was, what the failure was, and what the current MRI looks like. So, with the example that you're saying where screws broke, it would be reasonable to think that the screws need to be taken out, but that might not necessarily be the case. So if the screws are broken, depending on where they're broken and how much inflammation is surrounding them, we can heal that inflammation. So if the breakage of the screw is causing irritation because it's creating inflammation, that's something that we could resolve. If the screw broke and a piece of bone broke with it, that needs to be surgically removed. So the short answer to your question is, we do see a lot of post-surgical patients, but it very much depends on what the damage that was done by the surgery looks like.
When are stem cells not indicated?
Stem cells would not be indicated for a patient who had cancer. Stem cells would not be indicated if you have a bony growth, like any kind of bone spur or a piece of a bone or something that needs to be removed from a joint.
Okay.
Stem cells can't remove anything.
What about bone on bone? We always hear that,
Okay.
but there's no such thing, is there really?
No. It's a term used often in the medical field by orthopedists as a generalization. What it really means is that the layer of cartilage is so thin that when you look at it on an x-ray, all you're seeing is like a pencil-thin line. If a joint was truly bone on bone with no cartilage, it would fuse. You would not be able to move it. So what I tell patients that tell me that they have bone-on-bone arthritis, I explain what I just explained to them.
Right.
And then I also say to them, if you can move the joint, then you do not have bone-on-bone arthritis. It means you have a thin layer of cartilage, and as long as there's
But
some...
can stem cells thicken that?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and can it actually be seen on MRIs?
Sometimes yes and sometimes no. What we go by when we're assessing how much tissue growth we got is the subjective evaluation of the patient itself. So when the patient tells us, hey, I'm feeling great, that's what we're going by. So to see it, it's on such a microscopic level that to see it as a significant amount of cushion, if you will, on an x-ray, you're not going to really see that much.
Okay, I have a lot of questions that people are texting. And by the way, you can text the show 57739, put Tom. And so we'll get to those in a minute here. I want to just quickly talk to George. Sounds serious. George, what's going on?
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for taking my call.
What's going on, George?
Okay, so my cousin got a felony.
A felony. Why did your cousin get a felony?
Well, he went to get service at the dealership, and it was in March, and it was snowing,
Wait. He went to get service at the dealership, and what happened?
It was snowing, and he fell.
Snowing, and what else?
Big piece of ice fell, and the fire department came there. The fire department came there, and they asked him what did he hurt, and he said,
So wait, he was at a garage or a dealership?
A dealership.
He was at a dealership, and he fell
In the snow.
Right. So
Okay.
they said they have cameras, and they said that he faked it.
Well, okay, hold on. They said he faked falling or getting hurt. Which one?
He faked getting hurt because somebody told him to hire an injury lawyer.
Okay, hold on. Let's back. But the day of this fall, the ambulance came?
The fire department came.
Well, whatever.
Medics.
Medics came.
Yeah.
Medics came and said, you're faking it.
No. The medics, knew him because he does some kind of work for them,
Okay, so what did the medics do? Did they take him to the hospital?
Yes, sir. They took him to Skyridge Hospital.
Okay, then what?
And the medics, they know him, so they're in the neighborhood, so they know him, and they ask him, he said, maybe you should go to the hospital because somebody did the same thing, he fell on the snow and he died.
Okay, so he went to the hospital, and then what?
Right. Went to the hospital, and then he stayed there maybe 3 or 4 hours. They did some MRI and stuff like that, and they let him go.
Okay, and then what?
And then the detective called. I don't know, he didn't tell me what kind of...
The detective called, what, a few days later?
No, like maybe 4 or 5 months later.
Okay, hold on. 4 or 5 months later, why was he... This sounds very strange. Why would a detective call 4 or 5 months later with a slip and fall at a dealership? Did he have more than one? Hold on. We got to examine what the hell is going on here. I smell something here. Let's see if we can help George's cousin. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK. Interesting.
Do roller coaster stock markets...
Tom,
Yeah.
do your camera, resend the link, or do whatever you do.
Well, okay. Is it the same link? Or
Yeah, use the same link for right now.
All right. I'm resetting it. I just did. Okay. Are we on?
Schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the
Hello?
typical headaches and hassles of listing a home.
Hello.
Yeah.
It said IBM. I knew it was IBM.
No, I just realized when I went to AT&T because I have all my business lines together for all my businesses.
Troubleshooter show, please hold a minute.
So I was trying to figure out, like, how do you make the name show up differently, because I have all the phones for all my businesses under one business name. And I didn't know you could do this. You can go into your account and make it whatever you want, which is how these scammers are doing it. They're just typing in, like I had one that said Denver Police, and that's how they're doing it. I didn't realize that till the other day when I went to AT&T and asked them that question. Yeah.
I have AT&T myself.
Right, and is it your business? Does it show up as your, like, you can go into your account and you can make it say whatever you want. Yeah, it shows up as Tom Martino, I know that.
Oh, okay.
If that's the same number you're calling from, yeah. But, you know, my public adjusting company, when I'm making calls out, it says Better Health Rehabilitation, which is the parent company of the Denver Regenerative Medicine, so I gotta change all that stuff.
4 or 5 months later, a detective called.
That was an odd sounding, that didn't make any sense at all.
I hope he stays on. Suze, I hope that guy stays on. It's a great story.
George,
Yeah.
A great
George,
fucking
hang
story. I can't even tell what he's saying.
are you guys done with the RV call or what?
Well, what were we doing with that RV? Hold
We
on a
looked at
sec.
the contract.
Yeah. Oh, did you look at it, Mark?
Yeah, there is nothing. I mean, it says deposits are non-refundable, but it does not talk about delivery anywhere.
Are you guys going to go back to her?
Yeah, we will.
Okay, Tammy,
Can
they're
you
going
get
back to you.
Kaylin on when we have a break?
Kaylin Eccles, why? Is there a problem with him?
No, I want to talk to him about the final disposition.
Tell him we've had 4 complaints in the last day.
I'm not doing that to him, Mark. That poor guy. Kaylin Eccles, where the hell are you and your phone number? It's an easy one.
Yeah, wait till we have a break of some kind here.
Are we going to do my update from yesterday?
Oh, yes, for sure, absolutely.
Okie dokie. Texas birth certificate. Texas kid's identity. Identity and birth certificate case.
Ha!
Collections. A couple of updates. Okay.
I do it, though. I have to.
Done. personal. Boy, the emails just pile up if you're not careful.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Holy shit. You take one day to celebrate Texas kids. Gee whiz. 1,000 emails later.
I'm frozen again.
You're frozen. I heard it's Hug a Drummer today. Are you getting hugs from anyone, Tommy?
I don't think I could even call myself that anymore.
Oh, really?
I mean, after all.
Well, you're making a lot of noise on the
Why
camera.
the hell is my... Let me refresh. Why am I frozen in time again? Hello?
No. At least you look good frozen, Tommy.
Well, I'd like to get unfrozen because looking at Deputy Dollar and Mark looks like a plea for the needy.
Law Dad. Did you see Mark's shirt?
Well, yeah,
He's got his Law Dad shirt on.
That's
we
cool.
should
So,
twin. I got my Law Mom shirt.
I'm gonna. Is there somewhere I can get a Criminal Dad shirt?
Why are you Mark's dad? Haha. Oh, goodness.
Okay. Now my.
You know they got those bumper stickers that say "all my kid and all my money go to some sort of college." Maybe you can get one that says Jerry's bail bonds. They got all my money for my kid.
You know.
Aw. I know Tommy has good kids.
Well, still for my daughter, we're saving up for either bond or
A bond.
whatever.
All right.
You're so full of shit.
Per the usual.
We've actually told her that if you do go in, you're staying overnight because you'll get a PR bond.
You're not letting your angels stay the
Man,
night in
you gotta
jail.
like kill 7 people to stay in jail overnight now.
I've never been arrested,
And one of them
ever.
is the guy with the key.
I'm completely innocent, Deputy Dalla.
Call, text, and now talk back anytime with our free iHeartRadio app while streaming KHOW and the full screen player. Just click the microphone to record your message. Talk back to Denver's talk station now.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Get a free market analysis of your home to find out what it will really sell for in this market with these rates, inflation, reduced pricing in some cases, and inventory increasing. He will do a complete analysis based on comps and based on his experience, 28 years. It's accurate and it's free with no obligation. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Now, all right. Tammy, we looked at your contract. Now, we're not giving you legal advice, but we looked at it. And we can get legal advice if you need it, but we looked at it to see what the heck is going on. You signed some kind of a contract, and it's so open, it could be unconscionable, but they say that it's non-refundable. Mark, what have you seen?
I don't see anything besides non-refundable on the deposit. It does not talk about delivery or time frame of delivery anywhere.
Right.
It does on page 5 at the top.
What does it say? I couldn't find it. Tell us.
I'm
It says
looking. When customers'
a
units
lead
are
time-
ordered, a lead time to completion is requested from the manufacturer. These lead times will vary based on many factors such as season, natural disaster, demand, etc. These lead times are meant to be for estimation and not exact schedule dates. Refunds will not be granted based on lead times that exceed our original estimate. It is not our responsibility if customer orders a 2014 and receives it in 2015. Okay, so they are covering themselves, but there is a thing called conscionability when it comes to a contract, meaning what is reasonable. I'm telling you, man, have you called the manufacturer to see if there's even an order there in your name?
I did not call the manufacturer.
I would suggest you do that and get back to us. We can't call them. You have to call them and say, look, I just want to verify that there's an order by this company.
I think we have Marty call not only the manufacturer, but call this dealership. You know, they have something, I'm trying to find it in this contract, that really bothered me as well. It's outside of what she's saying, but I haven't seen this since 2016. They're basically saying, hey, if you say anything about us, we are going to take $5,000 as a penalty.
Wait a minute.
I read that too.
Wait a minute.
It's
Where
crazy.
is that, Mark?
It
A
says-
disparaging clause?
It's miscellaneous. Prohibited actions.
What page number, Mark?
I don't know. Hold on, man. Yeah, page 4.
That tells me a lot of people must be saying
it
bad
says
things
you, the
about it.
customer, expressly agree not to make any libelous, false, misleading comments, remarks, or communications regarding RVW. And
Well,
you
they're
agree,
saying false. That says false.
I understand that. You, the customer, expressly agree that in the event you breach the term, RVW shall be entitled to liquid damages of $5,000.
Yeah, but they're saying libelous, false, or misleading.
When's the last time you've seen something like that in a contract, though?
The Luna Clause.
It's insane. I mean,
Except the Luna Clause went one step further. Luna Clause just said, if Luna say you wrong, you wrong.
Right.
And if Luna say you hurt feelings, we keep money.
That's what it was, the Luna
And it
Clause.
literally was put that way. And if Luna decides not to do work, we keep money. The Luna, there were several Luna clauses that, God, whatever happened to Luna Construction? I could not believe what Luna put down. Luna wants no one complaining. Luna do this, Luna do that. I mean, it's like whoever, I've heard of speaking broken English, but not writing broken English. But anyway.
Hey, the definition I'm looking of libelous, I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah,
Is
libelous.
Does it have to be bad and false information, or just bad information? And if so...
Well, bad is false, Mark.
Well,
I mean,
I
otherwise
understand
it's
that.
not, you mean negative, right? You mean negative.
Well, exactly.
Libelous... Okay,
Or does it
negative,
have to be
let me
false
put it to you
in
this
order
way.
to be?
Let me put it to you this way. If you told a lie about a company, it could be construed as libelous. However, it may not be actionable because there's no damage. If you did something like this, if you said, I know for a fact the owner of this RV dealership has a PhD from Harvard, and I don't like doing business with PhDs from Harvard. I don't know. Or something stupid.
That's not really what I'm asking you, though. I get that. What I'm really asking you, if you read this, false or misleading, for example, it says, who determines if a comment is misleading? It seems like they're trying to keep $5,000 based upon whatever the hell they want.
The courts do. Libelous is a legal definition. Nothing is libelous until the courts say it is. They sue for libelous, and they might try to keep $5,000, but that turns into a court action. You can't say something is misleading until a jury says it's misleading or something is a lie. I mean, really, you can accuse someone of it, but you can't make that legal determination.
I don't think this clause means much. All I'm saying is, they could say, hey, she was on the radio, we're going to keep the $5,000, and I agree, she hasn't said anything false about it, and they would have no right to do it, but they could simply just do it. Then what? Then she'd have to sue them.
And by the way, they're using libelous in the wrong way anyway, because libelous is written. I mean technically written, and slander is oral.
And if you really look at how they
didn't say slanderous, they just said libelous.
It says libelous, false or misleading comments, remarks or communications regarding RVW.
All they had to say was libel and slander. But, you know, listen, what that tells me is they must have had a lot of complaints.
It means they suck, in my opinion, is exactly.
Yeah, and we didn't sign that Luna clause, so we can say that. Listen, man, this is wrong. These people suck.
Let's call them. I think Marty should call these guys. It's been over a year.
First and foremost, we got to do one thing at a time. Tammy needs to call the manufacturer and verify an order. She really does. She needs to take her contract and call them. After that, we can get involved. So we will get Deputy Smarty Pants involved. Let's do that. Let's first, though, figure that out.
I think she just wants the $5,000 back now, though.
Well, yeah, of course she does, but she needs to know if it was ordered, because if it was ordered, I think the
let's say it was ordered and it's 5 years, not 1 year. At what point is it outrageous? I argue
Mark,
it's already outrageous.
Okay, if you're talking about egregious or unconscionable,
I'm saying she thought she'd get use out of this thing, and she hasn't seen it for a year.
Again, this is where the courts come in. I mean, I think it's unreasonable after a year. I think personally, if I was on a jury, I'd want her to give her money back. So that's why. But if the manufacturer has an order, which I keep saying, and the manufacturer is screwing her around, not the dealership, there is a whole different set of circumstances. So what I would like to know is if the manufacturer has an order in her name or from that dealership for that unit. That's the first thing I want to know. Because if they say no, there would be no loss, zero loss. And then we can say there are no damages. She waited a year, cancel the damn thing. I mean, it's going to be an easy phone call for her to make. She's an owner. She has an order. She has an order number. She has everything. She needs to call. Then we get back involved with her. And I'm all for you, man. Just go do it and see what they tell you. Or listen, let me know. 303-713-TALK. Now, George had a shocking story, and I want to get to him coming back about a felony. And then we have, what about general arthritic issues and stem cell? So many people, they don't have one spot that hurts. They don't have one nerve that's pinched. They have general arthritic issues. This guy wants to know PRP or stem cell. More on that coming up.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
FixMyHome.com. I love that website from Fix It 24/7 for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Now, you know there are certain companies I trust and certain companies I don't, and we're going into a season now where you can be sadly ripped off with all of these issues, especially as the cold weather arrives. But now, before it's cold, get the $39 Clean, Extreme, Clean and Check from Fix It 24/7. For new customers only, they want to show you what they can do for $39. They'll take out the blower motor, they'll clean, they'll adjust, they'll make sure your unit is 100% tip-top. And by the way, if they find an issue, guess what? You're not panicked because it's not really cold yet. Call now before it's too late. 720-526-3939. Now let's talk about Fuller Law. John Fuller, he is a personal injury expert. Let's amend that and say an accident specialist, because really he doesn't take all kinds of injury. He takes traffic accidents, big rigs, motorcycles. If you're in trouble, if you're hit and you know you need compensation, you need help, your life is falling apart, or it's just a minor thing but you got a lot of bills piling up or loss of work, John Fuller will consult you. He is smaller by design. You're not just a number with Fuller, and I tell you this all the time, you're the best judge. When you call, you will notice the difference. They don't have 60 attorneys and a call center. It's John Fuller and his helpers, and he only takes as many cases as he can personally work. 303-597-4500. There's no such thing as big cases and little cases. They're all just his cases. myaccidentlawyer.co. 303-597-4500.
Psoriatic arthritis made my joints stiff.
24/7 marketing manager guy. Marketing manager. Do.
Read show notes.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
I
Love
do.
you.
I will throw.
All right. Let me just. Do you want anything to drink? No.
No.
Scotch.
Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, do not use his private bathroom over there, man.
8773. All righty. Damn it.
Tom, one of the things we're celebrating today is it's National Coming Out Day.
What?
It's Coming Out Day. If you had anything you wanted to reveal.
Do you have any announcements to make?
I'm not going anywhere, so what the hell would I be coming out for? If there'd be somebody there when I came out, it'd be all right. But there's no. Yeah, I'm not.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Nobody puts Tommy in the closet.
But it does put lotion on its skin. Ew.
Nerds.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. MVP's Pro Rewards members visit Lowe's now and earn bonus points on products and brands like DeWalt. Then redeem for Lowe's e-gift cards and more. Bonus points calculated before tax and fees. After applicable discount to pay. So you can remember terms. Visit Lowe's.com/MVP bonus points for details. Not
Here we go.
Trajan Wealth, K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, GarageMagic.com. For garage floors, patios, sidewalks, pool decks, guaranteed for life along the Front Range. That's GarageMagic.com. Hey, and they can still do it. I mean, they do them almost all year. A lot of these can be done. Hey, I got an email that's pretty weird from no reply at Amazon.com. This is not spoofed. This is from Amazon. Now, it says, thank you for providing the information we asked for. I never provided any information. We reviewed the information you provided and believe that an unauthorized party has gained access to your account through a remote access device or service. To protect your information, your account is disabled. And we reversed any modifications and purchases that were made in the last 3 days. We've disabled the two-step verification in your account. You must reactivate. Please allow 2 hours for these actions to take effect.
And is there a link?
Nope. It says to go to your account. They do not provide a link. They say you can find out more information, and the link is amazon.com/help. And it's a real link.
Send that to me. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, and then it says before resetting your Amazon.com, it says before resetting it, let me see what it says. Oh, we recommend that you review and end any active remote session on your devices and report the unauthorized activities to your service provider. I don't even know what this means. To protect your account against remote access security risks, make sure that you allow only legitimate users with the need to access your device. Now, there's only one person I think of when I hear about this. Who do you think it is?
Shut up.
No, not you. Not you, although you've accessed my account before. No,
Hey,
no.
I was riding high on the hog for a while.
Yeah.
Till my
And
wife turned me in.
You know, Mark and I, we do a lot of business stuff together, and my payment method was up for something on his account, and he kept using it. Anyway, that was fun. Anyway, we got that straightened out. Now, actively monitor and end all. What is an active remote session? What does that mean? I mean, I don't. And it says
Like a VPN, like someone is logged into a VPN and then accessing from the VPN your Amazon account. That's what it sounds like
and
to me.
it says do not use the same password, including your email provider.
Have you just tried to log on to Amazon?
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, not through that link, or if there
No,
is.
I want to know if anybody has gotten these things. I'm going right now, and nope, I'm logged out, and I was logged in, so I'm going to go in, and I'm going to do this, and they want to send me my two-step verification, so I'm going to do that.
And that email said it was already off. That's weird.
Well, yeah, they did. Well, no, but yeah, I'm logged out. Now, they sent me a two-step verification, so we'll find out. I want people to know in case this happens to them, so I'm going to go to my inbox, and Amazon just sent me the code. It's funny, Amazon is spelled Amazonn. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, now I'm going to put in the OTP and see if it lets me in. And it says you must change your password, fraud suspected.
Well, there you go. See, go to your orders. See what was ordered.
Well, okay, now, just to let you know, I did order something this morning, but I don't know why that would trigger
No, but it said it canceled all orders in the last 3 days.
Right.
I'm curious, what were they? Was it your typical stuff?
Minor stuff, some supplements, and then I did, a laptop. A laptop.
Did they cancel it?
I don't know. I didn't get in yet. I have to change my password.
Oh.
And I want to see, I used to have PASSW0RD to trick people.
Good one.
So instead of doing that, maybe I'll do $$WORD.
Nice.
Then no one would get that.
You know, it is Amazon Deal Day or whatever.
No, maybe I'm being saved. But anyway, let me go back to the phones. But I could be saved. Who knows? George, your call sounds very serious, so I want to get to it.
He just hung up, Tom.
Damn it. Oh, my gosh. George. His cousin was charged with a felony for falling down in the snow. My God, I wanted to hear the rest of this. I did want to hear the rest of it.
I don't know how it turned into a felony. Was his brother or whomever charged with a felony for faking an accident?
I
have never heard of that before. Well, actually, that's not true. We've seen videos of stuff at grocery stores or Walmart where, the guy looks around, knocks the pickle jar down, then takes a spill.
All right. Well, here's the deal. We have George. Please call us. We want to take your call. George, if you're listening, we really do want to talk about your cousin. I really want to know why someone Why would someone be charged with a felony 4 to 5 months after? Now, are they trying to sue? Or do they feel it's fraudulent? Is this dealership suing? I would love to know. Now, let's start this follow-up here. A kid called us months ago and said,
Back in June, Tom.
I don't have a birth certificate, and I can't get anything. I don't have a Social Security card. I need to become legal. I'm working under the table. I don't have anything. And furthermore, 3 of my other siblings don't have them. And then he said, in fact, there's 9 of us altogether, and only a few of us are legal, and the rest of us are legally invisible to the government.
And this is not an immigration issue, Tom, 110%.
No, these are just kids that were born, I think, in Texas.
That's right.
And Sue started talking to the guy, and it started unfolding like an onion, or peeling like an onion. And what did you find out, Suze, after talking to them back then?
Well, it was sad, Tom, because they grew up in the woods with no running water for over a decade, these kids. They're in their young 20s now, late teens, all adults. They were born at home. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, Tom. The parents never told the state of Texas they were born.
Okay.
Yeah, so no hospital records, no school records.
Therefore,
anything you can imagine they don't have.
Nothing.
So we tried to give them some advice, and they kept running into brick walls. So we're going to tell you what happened and what progress we're making. And it's pretty cool. Suze took this for some. I don't mean for some reason. I mean, she does this a lot. But with this case touched her, she thought, I want to help these kids. And she went ahead and started helping them. So we're going to talk about that coming up. Water Pros, by the way, can do whole house water systems for under $2,000, fully installed. Softeners that really work for under $2,000 for better laundry, better skin, better plumbing, better health. And here's the bottom line. You don't spend $8,000 to $10,000 or $15,000 like some companies charge. It's under $2,000. Waterpros.net.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible.
Easy driving after a busy morning throughout the Denver Metro. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into and out of downtown. I-70 east and westbound flowing free from the foothills to DIA and back again. On the south end of town, I-225 north and southbound, no complaints for our friends in Aurora and the Denver Tech Center. And on the north end, I-270 east and westbound and I-76 in east and westbound flowing free. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, partly cloudy skies today, warm in the afternoon with a high of 76 degrees. Tonight, overall low of 41. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies with a high of 71. The current temperature in Denver is 73 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
This fall, find everything you love listening to on Audible. From memoirs and true crime to celebrities and sci-fi. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, you really need to know how these people can help you like they've helped me. I've had retirement elements. I've talked about that before. That means I've had some money set aside. I had a 401k and a pension, different things, right? But what do you do with those? I suddenly realized, it's not going to be impossible, the idea I'm retiring. I'm getting older. And I never planned before this to draw down the money. And I realized it could run out. They showed me how to get income for life. They showed me what to do investments now. They showed me what to do with Social Security. They showed me how to coordinate long-term care. They taught me about a lot of things, beneficiaries and trusts and all of that, combined. Not just one or the other. It's not just estate. It's not just investing. It's not just this. It's coordinating your retirement plan. And they can do it for you. And the fees are so little compared to what they save you. You got to check them out. They'll meet with you. rpcenter.com. Any age, any income. rpcenter.com. 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. Frank Duran, the real estate man. I can't say enough good things about Frank. My friend and my colleague, someone I've used for real estate, and I've watched him do his magic on negotiating. Whether you're buying or selling, he gets on the right side of the table and does what he needs to do to get you the best deal. You will know that if you meet Frank. You will know that if you just discuss a market analysis of your home. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Located 40 miles west of Denver and Black.
Get working on this problem, and
Doc's Casino.
What's that?
Doc's Casino. Mark.
Yeah.
That's where he likes to play.
Oh, yeah, it's the only place he plays. You got an air fryer, Martino?
No.
They are pretty cool. I was kind of anti-air fryer at first.
You like it?
It cooks nice, man. You can cook virtually anything in it. It's basically a convection oven. If you really think about it, it's nothing more than a convection oven.
Okay.
But it cooks fast. Now, I wouldn't cook it. Well, I wouldn't cook a steak in an oven either, but
Right.
there's certain things, but like pretty much anything frozen, and then anything like, I don't know, man, like peppers, anything.
Wow.
Anything you'd put in the oven. You've never tried one?
Never tried one.
God dang.
I don't know. I always thought they were kind of...
I thought they were weird at
gimmicky or
first.
something. What?
I thought they were weird at first, but they're actually pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't see shit for Prime deals. Early access sale is here.
Mark, this won't let me the fuck in.
What, you can't come up with a new password or what?
No, they just won't let me.
I wonder how they broke through your two-part...
I don't think anyone did. I think I triggered it.
Why, by ordering the laptop?
They just won't let... I'm telling you, man, they don't like my frickin' password.
Yeah, we'll come up with a new one. Did you guys see that a girl was missing here nationally? And she was found or came home, I think is a better word for it. I don't remember seeing it on local news, but I saw it like national news everywhere.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Did you hear it locally, though?
Oh, my God, this place is making me... It's amazing what they're making me do to sign in again. It's like freaking amazing to me. I mean, I am literally on my third attempt, and they won't let me.
She took steps to avoid being found. She was found around 5 p.m. at a residence in Thornton.
I know, she ran away.
God, how terrifying would that be as a parent?
My folks didn't seem to mind when I disappeared for a while.
Mine pushed me out the door.
Mark?
I came back from
KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I have really been checking out this Amazon email I've gotten, and it seems real, like someone tried to hack into my account.
I'm dying to know what they purchased.
I'm going to look. I'm going to look if it's in my pending orders. Meanwhile, if you're listening, man, the guy who called us with his cousin who got arrested for doing a personal injury claim, George, we'd love to hear this and figure out what the heck's going on. By the way, we're telling the story with Suze. Suze, why did this interest you so much about these 4 kids?
I just felt like the parents did such a disservice to these kids, and they're so desperate for help, Tom, and there's not a lot out there. So it just hit home for me. I really wanted to help these guys out.
So what did you do, and what ended up happening yesterday? But bring us up to yesterday first.
Okay, well, to start,
excuse me, leading to that first.
Right. So to start, the state of Texas, where they were born, in order to do delayed birth registration applications with Texas, you have to first apply for a birth certificate so they can just verify you're not in the system. So we did that for the 4 kids back in August. It takes a little bit of time to get everything back to find out we got letters of no record for each, all 4 kids. But then the amount of paperwork and documentation and original documents that the state of Texas wants to prove that they were born in Texas is next to impossible, Tom.
So what did you finally get done yesterday?
Well, so then I was highly encouraged to reach out to Texas Legal Services, and they said, we're sorry, they don't live in Texas, we can't help. Please reach out to Colorado Legal Services. So I did, to find out there's this program through the state of Colorado called Colorado Project ID. I think it's mostly to help immigrants who are here legally but don't have identification and homeless and stuff like that. But we went down yesterday to apply for the legal services and for the program, and all 4 got approved. They were eligible. So it was a big win yesterday, Tom. It took a long time to figure all this out for them, and they're excited.
So what's going to
have
happen
attorneys
now?
working for them now.
Yes, they have attorneys
What's going to
now.
happen?
We'll know in a few weeks, Tom. These kids are going to get their next set of instructions in a couple weeks from the program, and we'll just move forward, and I'll keep updating you guys.
Okay, so right now they're going to they're going through the process.
Yes,
and
they have attorneys, all 4 of them.
So on that Texas part, though, Tom, I'll tell you something that's crazy. So Suzanne applied for the late birth certificate or whatever it's called on them. The kind of stuff they need in order to get a delayed birth certificate are things like school records, hospital records. These kids literally have nothing to prove that they're even born in this country.
Not even pictures. Family
Nothing.
didn't even take pictures, Tom.
They didn't have water, man. They're only like 20-something.
Nothing.
These parents
Why do
really
you
put
think,
the screws to them.
Tell me what's wrong with the parents.
Well, they waited so long. The longer you wait to fix a problem like this, Tom, the harder it is. They want original documentation from when these kids were less than 5 years old for going to the doctors, going to school, a prenatal appointment, anything. But they don't have any of that. The parents just waited way too long to do the right thing for these kids.
Am I correct in saying if they were still minors, this would have been way easier?
It would have been a little bit easier. And what's interesting is they have 4 older children that have birth certificates and 2 younger ones because they were emergency births. They ended up in the hospital. So they have birth certificates. You would think just a paternity test would solve this whole thing, but it doesn't work that way.
It's even worse than that. Riddle me this, Thomas. Think of this. We did DNA tests that prove that they're the kids and siblings of these people. Now, they won't accept that, but you can go to jail and get the electric chair based off of DNA. So how is DNA, which is like guaranteed proof that who they are and who the parents are, is not accepted? It's really amazing.
Wow.
What'd you find on your, you sound like you're slamming that keyboard.
No, I'll explain it to you later.
Oh, no.
This is...
Oh, no.
This... Not my son, no. That's who you were thinking, right? Because he usually hacks into my account. Not hacks, he knows my...
That's what I was thinking.
No, it's not him. What I'm finding out... this is the strangest thing in the world, so let me just tell you. I ordered a laptop once from Micro Center, and they canceled it. And I wondered why they canceled it. They said it wasn't being shipped to you, it was being shipped to someone else. And I said, but what difference does that make? I said, so okay, so revive the order, it's correct. And they said, they said, no, you got to go in and do it again. It's all canceled. So then I went into Amazon and did the same laptop, but did it to this address. And it was canceled, and they canceled they froze my account. They canceled orders. It's amazing what they did.
Why? I'm totally not getting why, though.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. I said, why does this keep happening? The address that I was sending this to, and I verified the address, I was 1 digit off from the correct address. The address is associated with organized crime. Now, how would they know that at Amazon? And this was told to me in confidence. How the hell would they? Now, I don't mean organized crime like mafia. I mean organized crime like a fraudulent, like drop. Now, and it just so happens, when I put the address down, it was wrong. But how does that happen? How do they do all of these places keep track of addresses? I mean, because
I'm sure there's a database out there they all apply with or all subscribe to.
But that's weird. But has anyone ever had that happen where you're having something shipped and the address triggers the fraud that you're sending it to?
No.
So I checked the address and says, well,
hey, it's a good thing it happened, though, because it would have went to no address.
It would have went to the wrong address. That's right.
I had FedEx call me last week, literally called me and said, we think we have a package for you, but your address is wrong. And it was one off, just like you're talking about. I had to drive all the way to Inglewood to get it.
All right. 303-713-TALK. So, Joel, general, and you don't have to give the whole answer because I have to take a break, and general arthritic issues, okay, stiffness, pain, generalized. How do you do stem cell for that?
Well, there's a couple of options for that. One would be to see which specific joints were affected.
Let's say lower back. This person's saying just general stiffness and soreness.
In her lower back?
His lower back. It's a text. I don't know who it is,
okay.
But you're right. Go ahead.
So in a situation like that, what I would recommend is to get an X-ray first of that area to see how much degenerative
arthritis. And you can see arthritis on an X-ray?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Arthritis takes place throughout the body. When you have an arthritic condition in your lower back, chances are you also have arthritis in other parts of your body, but it's the back that's really presenting as pain. So what we do in a situation like that would be to first take an X-ray of the lower back to see the degree of arthritic advancement in the back. And you can see that clearly on a plain film X-ray, better than you can on an MRI, by the way. And so we take a look at that and consult with the patient and tell them if they're a good candidate for our procedure or not.
Is there, okay. Now we have another question right after that one, and I will put it down. We'll come back to it. I've never heard of it. Systemic stem cell treatment, which would mean general system. Does it help and how? More of that coming right up.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover.
Easy driving after a busy morning throughout the Denver Metro. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into and out of downtown. I-70 east and westbound flowing free from the foothills to DIA and back again. On the south end of town, I-225 north and southbound, no complaints for our friends in Aurora and the Denver Tech Center. And on the north end, I-270 east and westbound and I-76 in east and westbound flowing free. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, partly cloudy skies today, warm in the afternoon with a high of 76 degrees. Tonight, overall low of 41. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies with a high of 71. The current temperature in Denver is 73 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Some banks can make it complicated to redeem credit card rewards. But with Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. Talk about amazing. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
Sheridan Auto Tech is a place I often recommend for car repairs, and today you may have heard me recommend them for electrical repairs. This woman was getting the runaround about her electrical system in her car, and really there are few mechanics truly that know electrical systems and how they play into your car. Now, of course, you should go to Sheridan Auto Tech for all your auto needs, big and small, repairs and maintenance. But electrical issues, they're the best. SheridanAutotech.com, 2 locations in Aurora and Lakewood. The electrical division is in Lakewood. Find out more at SheridanAutotech.com, 303-455-7242. K&H Home Solutions has some deals for you. Of course, K&H, I want you to know to begin with, has premier products, the best siding in the business. And I mean that. They are incredible when it comes to exterior doors as well. Made from 20-gauge steel, not flimsy 26-gauge steel. And now they have, of course, Provia windows. Provia windows also soft light windows. Whatever they have are the best. And I've checked them all out. They're the kind you want in your home. And now 30% off all of them. Why don't you call them, 303-421-7100, or go on this website, khwindows.com.
For seniors on Medicare,
It can be tough to find
Robin.
I don't see shit on Amazon. I mean, this is all junk they have now.
Hey, remember we got the call from the elderly woman who gave all her money to Publishers Clearinghouse?
Yeah, like 100G, man.
I got the text this morning from Instagram.
Oh, my
Hi,
God.
I'm Debbie with Publishers Clearinghouse. Here's my ID. It was a photo of some made-up thing.
How much did they get from you?
Hi, Robin.
Oh, they wanted to give me 10 mil, and I said, I'll split it with you, babe, if we can hit the cruise ship after.
You know, this Amazon Prime shit, man, it is just junk now. I don't even know what they're doing anymore. These deals are like shit like a fucking coffee maker. Not even a good one. A toaster oven. A fucking toaster oven. And the electronics are the same shit, like, fucking TVs. There's no new toys. I mean, there really isn't. Everybody's got all this bullshit. What is new, Scott? Something new you would buy right now. Something like if really, I don't want to say money wasn't an issue, but something that you could actually use that you don't have. Is there anything like that? I can't think of a fucking thing. No. I mean, there's nothing really cool and new anymore. If they get some really cool, I think like Meta, and by the way, Facebook stock is just sinking like a fucking rock, but if they came out with really cool 3D glasses or whatever the hell they are, I mean, maybe something like that, but...
That's definitely what my next dating adventure is going to be.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's I'm going to take Suzanne to Hawaii and we'll never leave the fucking car.
We've got a lot of travels going on.
Oh, my God.
Safer and cheaper. Here, just put on the goggles and you're in Venice.
Yeah, there's no reason to leave anymore. I got a pair at home. If you watch, actually, I think Tom got the same one.
What?
Yeah, Suze has your pair.
There's a Netflix. If you launch the Netflix app, it's like being in an IMAX theater. That's pretty cool.
Tom, you are feverishly typing. Are you okay?
Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name?
Mark, we have lost Tom.
Say that again. Sophia, in a sentence.
He's ordering pizza.
No, I'm not.
I hear you ordering pizza.
From a questionable address.
I want extra pepperoni and deliver it to this address that doesn't exist. Did you ever send pizzas in your entire life to someone else as a joke? I did as a kid.
I'm gonna get
Child.
I'm gonna get in trouble for this one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The most popular couple in high school, we called the parents of the boy, saying we were the parents of the girl and that she was pregnant. What were they going to do? That one lasted for years.
That's a pretty good one, actually.
Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name?
God, we were evil. Yes, period.
Okay, I wasn't in yesterday, Lily.
And I am the reason there are rocks in front of parks so you can't drive in. So now when something bad happens to me, I'm like, what have I done to deserve? Oh, that's
Station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So, what's going on in your life? Right now in my life, I had to cancel all of my, I had to reorder everything I've done in the last 3 days. So, Dr. Joel, real quick here, general arthritis, is there a okay, you said it helps. Where does it help with arthritis to begin with if there's no specific joint?
Well, if there's arthritis, then by definition there would be a joint that would be arthritic.
Okay, so it has to be somewhere where it's
in the
emanating from. But if it's multiple joints, what do you do?
Well, it depends. So, sometimes people have multiple joints in their hands that need to be treated, and we'll treat each individual joint directly. I think the question you're getting at is a systemic treatment with stem cells.
Is there a systemic treatment for inflammation or pain through stem cells or not? Will they find an area? Is that a silly question?
It's not a silly question, but it needs to be explained a little bit further than the question is asking. So we do systemic infusions of stem cells for people who have chronic inflammatory diseases like multiple sclerosis, a number of autoimmune diseases, things that affect tissues that are not related to joints.
Like muscles?
Muscles, yes, muscles.
Nerves?
Nerves can be helped with systemic. In fact, we just did one last week where we treated a young woman who had a nerve that was damaged by surgery in her hand, and we treated her with systemic stem cells because the nerve is starting to regrow, and it will reach that tissue. So you have to think of it this way: systemically means that it's being carried through the blood. So we inject it IV into the bloodstream. It goes everywhere the blood goes. Now, because there's no blood inside of joints, that is the reason why they become arthritic. So those stem cells, if you inject them systemically, aren't going to reach those areas anyway. They will reach nerves outside of the joint, muscles, every tissue that gets blood.
Outside, but you can't just inject it and hope it finds a joint. It won't.
It won't, because the joint is arthritic because it doesn't get enough blood flow.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're concentrating those stem cells and platelets and injecting it directly into the joint where those stem cells and platelets couldn't naturally go because they don't naturally get there.
But have you done systemic treatment for the muscles and fibers and nerves and all of that?
We do that all the time.
Does it help?
It helps tremendously.
Does it help with neuropathy?
It helps with neuropathy. It does, like if we're talking about diabetic neuropathy, it'll help with that. Generally, we treat diseases, specific diseases, with that. Occasionally, we have patients that want to do it for general maintenance and improvement of overall health, which we'll do as well. But typically, when patients come in, it's for IV systemic treatment. It's to treat neuropathy, like you're talking about, related to some systemic disease, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's.
Do people with MS have results?
Yes. Yeah, we do a lot of, in fact, that was where the first systemic treatment of stem cells was studied, was in MS patients. So we do get great results from MS people, and that makes up a large percentage of what we treat systemically with stem cells. And they come back on a schedule to have those regular treatments done.
By the way, their number is 833-STEM-GEN. And they're local, but that's just a number they have toll-free for really easy memory. 833-STEM-GEN. I want to go to Bill, who has an Amazon comment. Quick job, Bill. What's your comment on Amazon?
Hey, what kind of message did you get? An email or a phone call?
Email.
Okay. Now, what you need to, because there's a lot of fraud. I've gotten a bunch of.
It's an absolute positive email from. In fact, I checked the link. I checked the actual HTML and the link. I checked who owns the link. It's all Amazon.
You need to go into your account and go where it has contact on the bottom, and then ask them to call you and talk to someone.
Bill, I've already been in touch with them. It's legit. Somebody was trying to get into my account, they say, but then it wasn't. What they found out was, thank you, Bill. I really appreciate your call. Thank you. What I really found out was the address I was sending something to was somehow flagged as a fraud drop. Smarty Marty you have some updates. I'm not sure we'll get through them. In fact, we won't. So, Smarty, it has to do with Sophia, though. What problem was that one? That was with the her apartment, no heat and hot water. So we'll talk about that coming back. Thank you. And then we have an appliance issue with Lilia we'll talk to, and of course stem cell therapy and more. Get your questions in 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Mike, let's...
Here's an early prime deal. Fucking New Balance shoes. And like you said, not the potato.
Yeah, you sound like it.
The toilet seat cover.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. Here's a Wi-Fi adapter. What the fuck?
How much do you owe? How much are they saying you owe them?
I guess technology that I don't have that I would want if I had money. Bidet. I know Tom loves the bidet.
Thank you.
Oh, you would want a bidet?
Yeah.
Well, now they're just seat covers, you know.
Yeah. Probably, I'm gonna.
Where would you
older,
put it?
I'm gonna hurt myself hopping up on the sink, so I better.
Here's the problem. Most bathrooms don't have a fucking plug-in. When's the last time you took a shit and there was an outlet next to you?
Well, not next to you. You know what?
What, are you going to run a fucking extension cord to plug your toilet seat cover in?
Okay, how Troubleshooter show, don't run off. I tweeted out a picture of the bathroom at a hotel I was at with, please, would we start putting in phone caddies in bathrooms? Everywhere. Everybody's taking your phone to the bathroom.
There's
Please,
still
a small little shelf.
There's still casinos we go to where there's a phone next to the shitter. I mean, it's like,
an ashtray.
Who the fuck's like? Can you imagine if you're sitting there and it fucking starts ringing? Like, who the fuck knows the number to this shitter?
I'm gonna need a favor. Can you? I'm gonna need a favor. Can you spare a square?
I don't have a square to spare. I can't spare a square. Who did she turn out to be there, buddy? Do you remember? She was the phone sex girl. Ooh, they are bombing the shit out of Ukraine today, boy.
Still, they're bombing bridges, tourist bridges,
Well, I think now they're going to say, well, they bombed our bridge or some shit like that. I mean, they escalated this because apparently Ukraine bombed one of their bridges or something. Oh, really? I have no idea how they even come up with these rules when they're just out there killing people. I mean, it's like, it's kind of crazy.
Ukraine energy facilities.
I think one of the generals for Putin said we're going to bomb them back to the 1800s or something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty shocked, man. Like the Philips Sonic Care, there's nothing new and cool.
I know.
Surge protectors. How about a box of batteries?
What, are you just looking to spend money?
No, I'm just looking at Amazon shit, man. I didn't realize it was deal day or whatever, and it's just all the same shit. There's nothing new. Yeah, they call it, let me see here. It's called Prime Early Access. The sale is here. It's between the 11th and 12th, so today and tomorrow. I'm telling you, man, it's just bullshit, though. Their featured items are like an HDMI cable. What is something that, like, you would be large, that you would... What is something you would want right now that you don't already have? I'm not saying something like, you know, a Ferrari or a jet plane or some shit. I mean, some piece of technology or something. What don't you have that you could really use? Yeah, that's almost... How come that's still almost impossible to get? Same with the Xbox.
What?
I think it's because of the chips and everything that they just don't have.
Oh, you're right, the
like
chip
that.
shortage.
Yeah.
So they texted out, a guy from Microsoft texted out a picture of this, I can't think of the guy's name, Fallout Boy, which you know who that is, on his shelf, and then 2 shelves up was a new Xbox, and it's not much bigger than a deck of cards. Yeah, so they're saying it got leaked out through that picture on accident. I think it was all a ploy, but either way, whatever's coming out, it definitely isn't going to have a hard drive. It's tiny as shit.
I was going to say, I'm surprised they haven't gone all cloud-based with everything that they have. Like, why not?
Are you Xbox or Sony?
I play both, really. Like, right now, though, I've had an Xbox for the last couple of years. I still haven't bought the new PlayStation. Like I said, that's the only thing.
I've had Sony forever. I only play one game. Fucking zombies.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Let me tell you about B Large. He is getting ready to go to Cabo. I am so pissed.
You just got back from someplace.
I know.
How long you know? I was going to say, you have kids. Man.
Remember the kids' fall break? Remember fall break?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You doing an all-inclusive? Which one?
Yeah, I was going to say, my in-laws actually have a timeshare there.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what the club is. But
we've been there at least 3-4 times, Cabo.
Yeah.
He gets grandparents to help with the kiddos.
It's a long fucking flight compared to Cancun and shit. It's way down there, man.
We're all going to be cussing his name later.
Yeah. Say it's good, though. Good to be with the other grandparents.
God, you couldn't drag me to vacation with her parents or my own. I'd rather fucking stay home and hang myself.
Well, that's why I have mine with us at home all the time. They live with us, so
oh,
her parents
Lord.
live. Her parents live in Arizona.
Lord,
so.
I'd divorce everybody.
Sometimes I wonder if she wants to.
Oh.
XOLD, or visit online gayhasthebuyers.com, gay spelled G-A-Y-E, gayhasthebuyers.com.
Don't miss Century RV's grand opening of their new state-of-the-art facility in Longmont and save big.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Hey, it's Dan. Join me today at 4. We'll dive into the latest craziness from D.C. and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. How's your life going? I hope you never need a divorce attorney, but if you need one, Harris Family Law, they're great people. Rich Harris also does mediation, which can save you thousands and thousands of dollars. And he does it as an attorney, can write up the entire decree, and it's a one-stop. Now, of course, if you want to get your own counsel, you do that, but he can serve as a mediator and legally write everything up. 303-515-5000. Right now, it almost doesn't pay to do a divorce. But Harris Family Law do unbundled services. If you just want to help with a little part of the divorce, they can do that too. 303-515-5000. That's harrisfamilylaw.com. So let's go to the phones. We've got a lot of people on. Then I want to talk about problems with pain and joints, and we've been talking about stem cell therapy. We'll talk a little bit about PRP because DenverRegen.com does both. But right now, Smarty Marty has some updates. Smarty Marty, you have an update with Sophia So let's talk about that one. This is a terrible situation, I feel, and I hope it's not another one where we're frustrated. But she was in Club Valencia, which, by the way, does not get a lot of good reviews. She moved in a month ago, and basically, bottom line, no heat or hot water. So let me ask you this about Club Valencia. Isn't this a place where people individually own condos and rent them out, and then some people live there and own them? Do you know, Marty?
Yes. It's an unusual rental community that is condos that is under an HOA and a property manager, and you never can reach the owner, the actual owner.
Yeah,
of
the
unit.
owner of the condo leaves it up to a manager.
Right. And this particular manager is, the usual Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing. I see nothing. I'm not.
I got it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but the good news is that Sophia is meeting with the HOA president today. That I'm going to be privy to as well, or included, sometime after 2:30.
Okay, and is that because you got involved, Marty?
No, so I would love to take credit. I called Sophia last night, and he was at her house at the time of my call, so I was able to hear most of the conversation. And he's saying that the property manager is completely wrong with everything she's telling Sophia. And
so the HOA president is meeting with Sophia.
Yes, that's as far as I know. Sophia,
yes,
is that the
today
case?
At 2:30, we'll be meeting to go through all the rights and regulations with HOA. As far as I know, the water and hot air is through HOA, but everything else that is appliance-wise inside my unit is landlord or owner.
Right, or the property. That's right. I think they're right. There's two different entities here. The heat and hot water would definitely be, I believe, through the HOA. They have to fix that. And then the appliances or individual stuff inside the apartment would be for the owner. And all we can do is babysit this, Sophia, but I do believe it's because Marty got involved. He doesn't want to give himself credit, but I think once we started making noise, it helped. And
that could be, because I did speak to the property manager first.
Yeah, so, Sophia, you don't have any heat or hot water.
Actually, I still don't know. So I've been reaching out to the landlord and trying to get the owner. She does not want to give me contact information.
Smarty, didn't you say they were going to let her use the clubhouse?
Yeah, well, that's their solution. Their solution is let her use the clubhouse for showering and heat up hot water for her heat. That's a terrible.
God, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. Okay.
Sophia, do you want to break your lease and get out of there?
I absolutely do. But
I think you might be able to. I think you might be able to.
Can she use the constructive eviction?
Yes, no heat and hot water. Are you kidding me? And they don't even know when it's going to be fixed. I think she could use the constructive eviction or whatever else is wrong. It has to be serious.
Tom, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
All right, Sophia,
everything's
listen to what you do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you logistically what other people have done. I'm not giving you legal advice. This is very important. You have to write to them and let them know that it's intolerable and that you are going to, if they don't fix it in a reasonable amount of time, say 3 days, I would say 3 days for heat and hot water, for God's sake. That's more than reasonable. I would say that I'm going to break my lease and ask for a constructive eviction. I expect my deposit back, or we're going to court. And I'm telling you, we can't talk to the owner, or we would explain this to the owner. But Marty, perhaps one more phone call. You should explain this to the property manager, that Sophia is more than likely entitled to a constructive eviction to get out of there and get her money back. I mean, not her money, her security deposit, not her rent. But I'm telling you, this sucks. And I think that you should absolutely, fight for that if you want to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I am, because there's also the appliance situation. They also have 96 hours to get that fixed too. I've been waiting a month and 11 days for them to even fix anything inside, and they still don't want to do anything.
Marty, can you give one last call to the property manager? I would. What else do you have going on?
The other case that I report is Margot and the advertising.
Oh, yeah. They were not relenting at all, but you did negotiate a settlement.
Yeah, and they keep wanting to negotiate further, but Margot has yet to call them back. And I've reached out to Margot and told her, listen, they're willing to negotiate, but she hasn't responded to me either.
Well, I mean, I think you got them right off the bat, 50%. You did a great job.
Yes.
Well, okay.
Immediately 50%.
There's not much we can do. If she doesn't respond, then it's on her.
Well, Tom, I did ask her to call you because this is a collection agency now, and I know you have certain ways of dealing with collections.
Right.
So maybe it's not legal what they're doing, and you could tell her what to do.
Got it.
But she has not called you, so
right.
That's where we stand with that.
Well, thank you very much, Smarty Pants. Appreciate it. Now, Joe with McDonald Hyundai. What was that issue, Joe? We'll just listen to this, I guess. Is Joe on or off, or maybe he called yesterday about?
He's up. There he is.
Hey, Joe.
Tom, how are you?
Good, man. Well, you called yesterday. What was the issue?
Well, they've had my Hyundai for. It ended up being an air conditioning compressor, but
that weird Hyundai. What kind of Hyundai was that again?
It's an Ioniq 5.
That's right.
It's an all-electric, and it's been fantastic. I've loved it. It's been trouble-free, and the best part is they give you 2 free years of charging. So I haven't.
Well, what does that mean? You mean they pay? How do they pay for charging?
So they have an agreement with Electrify America, and so they have charging stations at just different places. You know, the one that's closest to my house is at the Target, and honestly, it charges in under 25 minutes. It's pretty quick. So that was one of the biggest benefits, and then you get about 230 miles out of it. So it gives you all the range that you need, and it charges quickly. So like I said, I haven't had to pay for gas or electricity since January.
And you love it, and I don't blame you. So now where does it stand? Did anything change, or is it the same?
Well, I sent them a message Sunday night, so they would have gotten it Monday morning, that they need to quit fooling around. They've had the vehicle for over 30 days, and I expect an answer by 6 o'clock today, being Tuesday. So I did get a message that they have another unit that is exhibiting the same problems, and that Hyundai bought that vehicle back from the customer. So I don't know what that means. Are they going to claim it a lemon? And
it doesn't matter what it means. Even if it's a private negotiation, tell them you want out of the unit, you want another one. What exactly is the issue?
That's going to be through the manufacturer, though, not a McDonald Hyundai.
Yeah, but McDonald probably negotiated it or got him in touch with the regional rep.
I'd be shocked if they helped anybody.
What I want to know, Joe, is what is the issue?
Initially, it was the air conditioner compressor, and then they came back and said, hey, we replaced that, but that wasn't it. We have to replace the computer. They replaced the computer. Then they had to replace the heater.
How long have you been without this vehicle?
August 19th, so going on 2 months.
This is ridiculous.
I don't think technically it falls under the lemon law, though.
What? Now, why would that be, Mark?
Because it doesn't affect the drivability not having AC.
Oh, Mark, I'll guarantee you that a major problem with the AC would be a major enough problem to invoke the lemon law. Now, maybe under all I've said it says, by the way, not drivability but merchantability of the car, and the merchantability I think would be severely affected. But maybe there's all kinds of crazy outlying situations where people get away with stuff. But I'm thinking that Hyundai may just voluntarily do this. Have you out and out asked for it, Joe?
Not yet, and that's where before I went into that, I wanted to kind of have a little bit of understanding of what does the lemon law look like.
The lemon law gives you a legal definition of a lemon. You still have to bring either an arbitration or a legal clause or a legal action. However, The good news is you don't have to prove anything once you have the definition down. The definition is under the first year of ownership or warranty period, whichever is less, you get to, if you lose the use of that car for 30 days or more, cumulatively, not at one time, or they can't fix the problem after the fourth attempt, you legally have a lemon. But as Mark said, the problem has to be serious enough to affect the merchantability of that vehicle.
Right. Well, not having heat and not having air conditioning.
Well, I would say it does. I would say it does.
Not having heat, I would agree 100%.
I would progress as if it does, if it is major enough. Let them make that argument. But go ahead and start the process, or just ask him outright. Just say, here's the lemon law. What are you going to do for me? Call us back when you find out, really. 303-713-8255.
At EasyCater, food for work is our thing. Maybe that's why we get orders from 93% of Fortune 500 companies. So what's up with the other 7%?
So sorry the food is late.
You should order through EasyCater. Professionally delivered on time and as ordered.
Totally would, but the E is broken on my keyboard.
Just get IT to fix it.
Totally would. Can't type the word help.
Why don't all companies order through EasyCater? Who knows? Order 24/7 from over 95,000 restaurants on EasyCater.com. EasyCater, food for work. It's our thing.
You know, there's a joke. Insurance is made to be purchased but not used. As soon as you use it, they raise your rates. You know, what's up with that, John? John Fuller is a big believer in uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, which steps in if you have a pain and injury or economic loss from an accident and the other party doesn't have insurance or has too little insurance. And I want to know, John, can your insurance company hold that against you and simply raise your rates if you go after your own company for underinsured or uninsured?
All right, here's the deal, Tom. I'm going to paraphrase the exact regulation. You tell me if it sounds ambiguous, okay? Insurers shall not increase the premium based upon not at fault accidents or claims for medical payments or uninsured motorist coverage. How much more clear can you get? I've heard from 3 different clients in the last week that, oh no, we better not open a MedPay claim because that'll be a claim against our policy. You know we weren't at fault, John, so why would we do that? Because you already paid for this coverage. If the insurance company can convince you to buy something but never use it, that's the biggest scam in the world. These coverages are made to protect you. You bought and paid for them. When they're needed and you're not at fault for an accident, they cannot raise your premiums for using them. It's just sheer madness not to use those policy provisions to your benefit. And that's what we're here for, Tom, to help people make the right decisions.
Absolutely, and it's just one of the many tools in your tool bag. John Fuller looks everywhere for payment and collection. He can help you with that part. He can help you initially when you talk to him because he's not a big mill that churns out clients. He takes each and every case personally. He gives you a cell phone number and personalized attention. You'll notice the difference. You will when you call 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500, John Fuller, Fuller Law. Now, if you're looking for floors, Simply Floors Inc., the name says it all. That's what they do, floors. But they do it in a really, really different and better way. First of all, better pricing, okay? Because they pass savings on to you as being part of a big buying group. Even though they're a smaller store, they match and beat big box stores. They also have better installers that they've had for years and years and years, and they have design consultants they include in each and every job. If you're looking for the best, look for Simply Floors Inc. Best prices, best financing, best installers, best experience, simplyfloorsinc.com. I found it. You know, I notice a lot of people, it's not just you, but when it comes to medical issues, people like to text and email. Send to Tom. Let's see what this is. Okay, this is. So do you spend your days at the clinic, or do you spend your days elsewhere, or home, or whatever, doing them all?
I spend my days in an office in Cherry Creek. That's just my own private office that I do
For multiple stuff.
for everything that I'm doing, yeah. I answer stem cell calls.
Do you do that because you don't like working out of the house, or what?
I work out of the house some, but I've had the office since before COVID, so, it's just a place to go. So...
Where is it?
It's in the Ptarmigan building. You know the building it's on? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in there. So the way that I do the stem cell stuff is I've got staff that answers the phone calls and sets patients up to speak with me either between 9 and 10 in the morning or 4 and 5 in the afternoon. So
and then you set them up with a doc.
Right, but what my staff says is you're going to talk to me, the doctor they heard on the radio, the owner of the clinic, which I am. And then I talk to them. I have a preset spiel. It takes me about 20 minutes to go through everything and answer all their questions and get whatever information I need from them if I need to order x-rays or whatnot. And then if people already have their images, I'll have them either mail it to my clinic or if we can have access to it online, I'll give the information to the doctor. And then he speaks with them. And then I will let them know when he's ready to speak with them, because they'll say, I reviewed the x-rays, I can talk to this person, let me have their phone number. So I give them the phone number, text the patient, say, hey, you're going to get a phone call from the doctor between this time. If he doesn't get in touch with you, he'll leave you a voicemail.
Where's the actual clinic?
It's on Bellevue and in Monaco, and it's right down the street from where the studio is. So I have two clinics. I have the clinic where
I know where Bellevue and Monaco is, so it's up in that.
It's in a bank building. It's on the first floor.
Guarantee Bank?
Yeah, it's on the first floor of that bank.
Oh, cool.
So that's where we do our procedures. So what I think I explained this to you before. I had my own separate clinic. They had their own separate clinic, and then we merged, but we didn't change the names because we both had so much presence out there. So now we've been working together since 2018, and that's what I do. I just promote it, set it up, send them down there, and do follow-up answers, if people call and have questions about the procedure.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Dr. Cherdex with us, DenverRegen.com, Denver Regenerative Medicine. And by the way, the clinic right in the DTC, not far from us at the radio station. And so what I'd like to know is, somebody wants to know about muscular issues. Muscle pain. Do they do anything for muscle pains or tears or stuff like that, or shoulder? Not the joint itself, or not bone, but muscles.
So we do a lot of shoulders, a lot of rotator cuff tears and other muscle tears. And what I tell patients, because I get a question a lot, should I do PRP or should I do stem cell for this? And so PRP is very effective for very small muscle tears, very small ligament tears, and mild inflammation like tendinitis. But if you're trying to regrow cartilage, or you're trying to regrow tissue, or you have a significant tear, particularly in the rotator cuff, the PRP may work. It may work temporarily. It really isn't enough. It isn't powerful enough to regrow enough tissue to heal those types of injuries. But for a small muscle tear, for a tendinitis, like a golfer's elbow or a tennis elbow, those types of conditions can be treated quite effectively with just PRP alone, with just the platelets.
DenverRegen.com. And people are texting me mostly for some reason on this. You can call us as well, 303-713-TALK. You can also call 303-MARTINO. And by the way, you call that number 24/7, leave a name and number, we'll get back to you. Or you can text us during the show, 57739, put Tom somewhere in there so I know it's for me. Here's one that says, Tom, it's not a real Amazon email. I said I got an email from Amazon saying that my account had been compromised. They shut it down. I have to go in and change my password. They did not give me a link. They said, go to your account. I know it was from email. It's from Amazon. I absolutely know it is. It's no reply at Amazon.com. You cannot spoof that address. That's what it was. And guess what? My account was shut down, and I did have to re-enter everything, including addresses and all that. They said one of the addresses was flagged where I was sending stuff as a fraudulent drop. Isn't that weird, huh? Mark, did you know your house was a fraudulent drop? I'm just kidding. Anyway, also, Truman had the sign, the buck stops here. They said Truman. We were talking about the buck stops here, joking, making some political humor, saying Biden has one that says, the buck stops over there, and over there, and over there, and over there, and over there. Okay. And definitely the buck. We ought to make one that says the buck stops wherever Trump is, because he'll be blamed for the next 20 years. He'll be blamed for stuff. Anyway, 303-713-TALK. Let's talk to Mark about an HOA issue. Mark, what's happening?
Tom, how are you doing today?
Good. What's going on?
I've been dealing with HOA for the last 2 years.
What is the problem with the HOA?
The first thing is about, I would say in February 2020, my house was leaking, and I checked HOA, my house leaking because I'm not sure what's going on, you know. And
Do you have a condo, or a house or a townhome, or what?
Condo. I live in Prospector Run in Central City.
Okay, so in February 2020, your condo was leaking, and where was it coming from?
I believe it's from the roof, but HOA is from the moisture. Guess what they do? They say, all right, they're going to take the gutters down. After they take the gutters down, they say it should be good, and then they hold on it. After that, the rain coming down, it's even worse. It's dripping to my...
So they said, they said the leak was from what, specifically?
First they say from moisture, and then second thing they say, all right, it's probably from the gutter, and they take the gutters down. After that, it's even worse, dripping in my living room. And then
what did they take down, did you say? What did they take down?
The gutter.
Okay, why? So they thought the gutters were leaking. So did they ever fix it?
They take the gutter down, leave my house without gutter, and the summer come, it's raining, it's dripping in my second floor. And I talk to them, they say, all right, they will fix it. And then guess what? It doesn't fix until the winter come again. Winter come again, it's dripping all over the place in my house, and I text them and send a picture to them. I held the email from the first day until now. My house is dripping a lot. This time it's dripping from my fire alarm, from my light switch, and they say, all right, Mark, just put the vents, let it dry out, and then change the new fire alarm. And then they send one of the HOA to shuffle the snow out.
So Mark, what I need to know, did they ever fix it, ever? Or is it just going after the symptoms?
Okay, after that, 2 years ago, until last summer, they tried to fix the roof. All they do is just fix the roof. They don't care about the mold. They don't care about insulation. And then they just cover the roof. And
okay,
then
here's the reality. Here's the reality, like it or not. The reality is that they are responsible for the leak. They're not responsible for the damage. If it's inside your condo, your insurance would pay for that and the damage, and then your insurance would go after the HOA if they feel it's subrogatable or collectible. But Mark, you cannot make them, nothing can make them do those repairs inside your condo unless they voluntarily do it, unless your insurance company takes them to court. That's why you have insurance. You don't have to argue whose fault it is. You don't. All you have to do is put in a claim.
Yeah, and one more thing, that's the thing, it's not the whole story yet. And then on September 14, like this year, after the change the roof, it was leaking for the whole winter time. And then on September 14, HOA sent the contractor come over, do all the demo of my house on the second floor. They open up my wall, open up my ceiling, and take everything out, tear my house apart. And then they see all kind of mold on top of my ceiling and everything.
Yes.
And then last week, after they see everything, and then they have a mold company get involved, and they have ENSO get involved, and then HOA asked the contractor to stop working. And right now, they're not working the last 2 weeks now. They've been.
Why did they ask the contractor to stop working?
Because HOA said that's part of my insurance should take care of it.
Well, did I just tell you that, Mark? Did you hear what I just said? And you said that's not the whole story. Mark, I'm trying to help you, man. Listen, I'm trying to help you, and I am telling you that you're going to bang your head up against the wall and get mold on it if you don't listen, because you need to put a claim in with your homeowners before it's too late.
Yes, Tom. And then right now, between homeowner insurance and my personal insurance, they're fighting each other and they stop working. That's the problem right now.
Wait a minute. What do you mean between your personal insurance and homeowners insurance?
Okay, my home insurance get involved, and then HOA get involved. They just stop working, and my HOA don't want to pay for it. My home insurance don't want to pay for it. They're fighting each other.
Okay, you need a public... Hold on. Now I'm going to give you another recommendation. You need a public adjuster. And a public adjuster, Mark Stanford, he will take... Don't you think
Matt Stanford.
Matt, I'm sorry, Mark, I was thinking of. Mark, don't you think Matt could handle this?
Definitely.
I think Mark, you need to call Matt Stanford at Paragon Services. He is a public adjuster, and you need to make sure that you much more for help with.
Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate your help.
Well, I want you to call me back, though. Here, I want you to call me back and let me know what happens, because we don't want to just say goodbye to you. We really mean it. This guy will help you. 303-713-8255. You're in good hands. Don't worry about it. He will make a great job. And by the way, realcbdthatworks.com, they're doing an animal trial for cognitive help with CBD. Here's the bottom line. If you have a dog 8 years or older and you're noticing a cognitive decline, they seem confused, maybe bark into the air, or you know what I'm saying, they're getting old and senile. Yes, 8 years or older, they'll review and give this dog an exam free of charge, a vet will, and then if you're accepted into the study, they will supply the vet care for 3 years along with CBD to see how it helps. 800-985-0515, 800-985-0515. That's Panacea, and you can email them to info@panacealife.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Leland Conway at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Chucky.
Easy driving throughout the Denver Metro for that noon hour. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into and out of downtown. Just south of downtown, no surprises here. 6th Avenue eastbound, the off-ramp to I-25 southbound. We are seeing some heavy congestion, pretty regular for this time of day. Heading east to the airport, I-70 east and westbound, no complaints. And the same goes for I-225 north and southbound around the same area. Leaving the airport, Pena Boulevard north and southbound, green and clean, whether you're picking up or dropping off today. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, partly cloudy skies. We've got a high of 76 this afternoon, overnight low of 41. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. The current temperature in Denver is 74 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
A new season is here, and with it, major delays being reported due to another killer doll with a shady plan. Just how many Chuckies are there? Chucky is here to chuck stuff up, including our freeways. Chucky Season 2, Wednesdays 9/8 Central, only on USA and Sci-Fi.
O'Brien Legal Services, that is a law firm we've been using for real estate advice and real estate issues and real estate conflict and real estate documents, and you should too. olslaw.com, O'Brien Legal Services. Here's the way it works. If you need someone to review the documents, O'Brien Legal Services. You're dealing with a few $100s in legal fees compared to the hundreds of thousands in real estate. It's worth it. Or if you have any kind of real estate issue, you can trust Brad O'Brien and his team at 720-370-7388, 720-370-7388, olslaw.com. And speaking of real estate, you don't do better than getting Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, on your side. Frank Duran is there for you as an expert. He's there for you for free market analysis of your home, along with what he thinks you can buy with your proceeds if you want him to go that far. It's all complimentary services if you need to know where you stand. And by the way, don't go by Zillow or recent appraisals, because all of that's out the window in this crazy market. Frank Duran will show you facts and figures, not just gimmicks. That's Frank Duran, 303 920-1622. I think some of these people think they can just take stem cell therapy for systemic relief of everything, aches and pains in life. Of course, CBD really works. Yeah, really well. No, I know. It will work. Do they notice results? Really? No, I know, but what kind of relief do they get? It doesn't make them feel youthful again.
This message is for Susan. It's Suzanne with the Tom Martino Show. Got your voicemail regarding your Larry Miller Ford car repair issue. First thing to do is get you on the show via telephone. Tell Tom about it. See how we can best help or advise. We're live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Happy to get you on today. If you call in soon at 303 Martino, we could get you in. Also could even get you on our call list for a different day this week. Friday is car day. You can email me, help@troubleshooter.com, or leave me a voicemail, 303 Martino, outside of show hours, letting me know what day to put you on my call list, Susan. Again, that's 303 Martino, 627-8466.
Andro 400 has been changing men's lives and can help you lose belly fat, gain energy, and improve your lifestyle. We guarantee it. Go to andro400.com for more true testimonials before and after and special discounts only available on andro400.com. andro400.com.
What's your favorite nut?
Psoriatic arthritis made my joints
like pistachios,
painful.
Trembiot is approved for adults.
Mark?
Honey roasted pistachio.
Emerge Trembiot.
Oh, he can't hear me. Oh, he can? Mark?
Well, no, he doesn't.
No, put your headphones on, Mark.
That's by survey. One
Woohoo!
individual results.
No, put your...
Infection of weeks 0 and 4, and then every 8 weeks. Following the 2 starter doses,
My favorite nut is you.
These are fucking good.
Which ones?
Honey roasted pistachios.
Oh, there's honey roasted in there? You're kidding. Or did you buy those from the vending machine?
No, they're in the
kitchen. Muscle aches.
Oh.
If you had a vaccine or plan to.
Trembiot. Emerge Trembiot.
We should celebrate that good news with those kids.
We've been celebrating. Jeez.
We should celebrate by going
got all
bowling.
4 of them attorneys and approved for the Colorado Project ID program. Oh, man. It was a big win yesterday. I've lost a lot of sleep over these kids. I've cried a lot, too, over them. I just don't understand. Can you imagine your girls not having birth certificates
out there? It would be nice to sit down and talk with someone who knows all about Medicare plans. Well, United Healthcare has Medicare plan experts right here in Colorado, ready to help answer all your Medicare questions. Call a United Healthcare Medicare plan expert today at 1-888-CALL-UHC or go to myuhcagent.com. Hurry, enrollment is open from October 15th to December 7th. The United Healthcare Medicare plan expert is a licensed sales agent producer.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Now, let's talk to Darlene about a car purchase. Then I have a question for stem cells or PRP, and I want to get the bottom line on it once and for all on hair growth. Right now, Darlene, go ahead. What's happening?
Yeah, hi. I bought a car about the 2nd or 3rd of October from a guy who owns a company. He gave me a written warranty of 30 days if anything goes wrong with it.
Now, hold on a sec. Hold on. When did you buy this car?
October 2nd or 3rd.
October. Okay, so early in October, Darlene, and tell me about the car first, real quick.
It was a 2002 Volvo stick shift, and it was fine on short trips. I drove from near Fort Carson. I'm in Colorado Springs, so it was near Fort Carson to Fountain. Well, it overheated, and I don't want to kill the engine, so I pulled over at a gas station.
Now, is this right? Okay, hold on. When you bought it, when did you buy it, and when did you take this trip? How long after you bought it?
I took the trip. Let me see. Today's the 12th, so that was
like how long had you owned the car before you took your trip?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to look at my calendar.
No, you don't need an exact. Was it a week? Was it a week? Was it a day? Was it 2 weeks? What do you think?
Approximately a week.
Okay. So you owned the car for a week and you took a little trip and it overheated.
Yes.
Okay, then what?
Then I called him. He answered. He said that he would take care of it.
By the way, Darlene, did the engine light go on?
Yes.
Okay. And how many miles on this?
Over 200,000.
Oh my God.
Well, I bought it cheap. I was probably an idiot. I admit it, but
well, how many? What did you pay for it? What did you pay for it?
$2,800.
Okay. I tell people this, and I want to say it again. If you buy a used car with over 200,000 miles, it is absolutely, positively assured you will have major maintenance and repair issues. It's not maybe. You will absolutely, positively. There are some rare exceptions where you do not. So, with over 200,000 miles, he said he would handle everything for 30 days. How is that worded in your contract, Darlene?
Rick, I don't have it with me. I'm sorry.
And what's the name of the dealership?
Well, the thing is, it's not even a frickin' dealership. It was a rental place that he didn't want to pay the fees for all the dealerships, so he ended up doing it kind of.
Wait. What do you mean a rental place? Give me an idea. It was a car rental place you bought it from? Yes,
it was yeah. So he does car rentals through Turo.
Oh, I got it. Okay. So hold on. So you really bought it from him individually?
Well, I was trying to tell him that, and he's like, "Well, the company owns it, but I own it," and it was kind of shady. But it's just I was also desperate, and I know nothing about cars, so I assume I was taken advantage of. I just hope that I'm not out the money. Tell me how
what's wrong with it right now?
Just overheating. Just the overheating as far as I know.
Okay, but did the guy ever look at it?
See, that's what I don't know. It's not where it was parked, and I can't get a hold of him. He's not answering my text or my phone calls.
And how did you make payment on this?
I paid cash.
Like literally greenbacks?
Yes.
Okay. And did he take the car back to look at it?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Darlene, I'm asking, do you have the car or does he?
I don't know because the car is no longer parked where I parked.
You don't know if you have it or not. So you don't. I'm asking, are you in possession of the car, or did you drop it off to him?
Neither. I don't have possession of it. I spoke to him when I parked it at a gas station. He said he would come with a trailer in the morning.
I got it. Now I understand. Okay. So it's no longer at that gas station, but you don't know where it is.
Correct.
Did you report it stolen?
No.
You should.
Okay.
You should. You should absolutely report it stolen because you were broken down, you parked it there, and it's gone. Did you check any of the local impound yards?
I have not.
Okay. How do you know it wasn't towed from that gas station from some did you ask the gas station if they had it towed?
I have not, so I need to do that.
She said the guy was going to pick it up in a trailer, though.
Yeah, but Mark, that was supposedly what he was supposed to do, but the guy could be a bum. We don't know if he did it.
Yeah.
It could be that the gas station had it towed. Darlene, we have to figure out some basics, and you need to also give the number, any contact information you have on this guy. What's this guy's name?
Tram, I think he's Chinese. I don't remember his last name. I have it on paperwork, but the paperwork's not with me at the moment.
All right, here's what I want you to do. Hold on. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to hang on, give us your information, but I want you to get us, we need information. If you want help, we'll try to help you. We need the full name of this guy, where his place of business was, anything you have, all paperwork, before we can even start this. I'm going to mark it as pending right now, and you get us that information, and we'll try to help you, along with the VIN number as well, and then find out from the gas station if they towed it. We have more coming right up.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Another easy drive throughout the Denver Metro for that 1 o'clock hour. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into and out of downtown. Just south of downtown, 6th Avenue eastbound, we are seeing some congestion on the off-ramp to 25 southbound. However, nothing out of the ordinary for this time of day. Heading east to the airport, I-70 east and westbound flowing free. I-225 north and southbound, no complaints for our friends in Aurora and DTC. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, partly cloudy skies today. The warmest all week with a high of 76 this afternoon, overnight low of 41 degrees. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 71. The current temperature in Denver is 75 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Fall into a hiring spree with Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
You know, K&H Home Solutions, I feel, has some of the best products at the best prices. But you know what? You don't have to take my word for it. It's proven. Everlast siding is the absolute best. You can soak it in water and pound it with a hammer. This stuff's not going anywhere. A lifetime of durability. Provia doors, 20-gauge steel. Check it out. With insulation in between. And how about Softlight windows, an Energy Star partner for years. And you can also get any kind of Provia window as well. Here's what I want to tell you. Right now, you get 30% off all of these wonderful products. A real deal. 303-421-7100, khwindows.com. You know, American Restoration 24/7 is a place that you really need if you have a problem with your property. Now, what they do is they restore your property, they stop the damage, and they start going to work to restore it. That's why it's called a restoration company. That for fire, flood, mold, toxic substances, asbestos, they have all the EPA certifications that you need, and they know how to do it honestly, quickly, and not wasting your money. Don't let your insurance company talk you into a cheap company, because once they pay, they're out of the picture, and you're left with the mess. Go with the right one up front. You have the right to hire them. 8337-AMREST, 8337-AMREST, or AMREST247.com. That's AMREST247.com. So you hear me talk about Water Pros, and I'm telling you that Water Pros has the best systems at the lowest prices, bar none. For $900, you get or about under 1,000. It might be a little over 900, okay, but it's under 1,000. You get drinking water at your kitchen for all the drinking water you can use, low maintenance, no power needed. It runs off the power of the water, 3-filter reverse osmosis, waterpros.net. And One Clear Choice garage doors will get you the best garage door service anywhere. and all you have to do is call them. If you have a problem, go to their website, and all of their prices are fully disclosed right up front. And they're one of the few companies that actually are authorized to do factory warranty work on garage doors. OneClearChoiceDoors.com, 720-370-3987. All your garage door needs, 24/7 service, 720-370-3987.
Here's the thing. I probably said we might be able to have a contractor look at it, but you'd have to come on and talk to Tom first. You can certainly reach out to some contractors on our referral list and see if they want to do some sort of trip charge or some sort of opinion-based fee on the job. I know just from experience, a lot of contractors, they don't like to get involved in other contractors' messes and works. But you're certainly welcome to call them and see if you can work out some sort of arrangement with them to come and look at the job. But I don't think it's going to be for free or anything like that.
Open positions are now available across our organization for top talent seeking to develop transformational technology and push the edges of discovery. Visit rtx.com/risjobs.
What QC Kinetics is doing for people here is nothing short of amazing. And I'm talking about real lasting relief from joint pain. They find around here. QC Kinetics is the industry's leader.
Gotcha. So that being said, and you're saying this is commercial work, I don't even know if there's anyone on our referral list. The best I can offer you is you to come on the show, tell Tom about it, and see if there is a commercial contractor out there who's interested in helping out.
Now, maybe you've been diagnosed with bone and bone arthritis, been told you need a knee replacement. Call QC Kinetics right now for an alternative.
I would not know anything about that. I'm surprised to even hear that to be true.
Like a torn meniscus or a rotator cuff. Now call QC Kinetics right now. Don't keep living with that pain.
Okay.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Mike Lester, how would our listeners benefit if they reached out to Karen Well?
We can do some analysis. And
I wouldn't.
It's black and white. It's just numbers. And if it turns out that we've been doing better...
Understood. I totally agree. Well, listen, call us back. If you decide you want to talk to Tom about this whole mess, let me know.
...for this, there's no reason to, but it starts with the analysis.
Visit
Sure. I know you do.
and click on Start Today.
All right, darling.
As a mom, I know how my little guy's feeling just by listening.
Oh, cool. I remember you telling me that. Well, you let me know if you want to talk to him again. You know the gig.
Use Big Sinex Children's Saline Basement.
Best to you, darling. Sure, bye.
Sinex Children's Saline. Get fast, drug-free relief from everyday stuffy noses for ages 1 and 2.
Da-da-da-da.
Look for the Vicks branded nasal spray in the cold and flu aisle. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Businesses don't run on automation or algorithms alone. What powers businesses are your people and the people they serve. At Cintas, your dedicated service reps understand
Oh, boy.
you keep your employees feeling safe, comfortable, and performing their best. So your business can too.
Still trying
Workwear, essential cleaning products, first aid and safety supplies, and fire protection services. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Afternoons 2 to 4. It's Leland Conway.
Vice President Kamala Harris says no one should go to jail for smoking weed. She put thousands of people in jail for smoking weed. We'll talk about it. 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right, so let's continue solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. We have 2 calls yesterday, and then Dennis. What is Dennis? Oh, the guy looking for an RV. I'm not sure what that is. We don't have time to take it, but I want to ask... Joel, I will take all of these calls right after the break. But Joel, real quick, we only have a few seconds. We can elaborate on after. Does stem cell therapy work for hair growth?
Yes, we do stem cell therapy treatments for hair growth all the time.
Do you have before and afters you can show when people call about it or look
I
at
do.
it?
I do have before and afters I can direct people to.
All right, we're going to talk more about that because I heard that.
Hey, sis. Missed you this morning. Kim told me you weren't feeling well, so I'm just doing a self-care check. Oh, thank
that
you.
all about?
How you doing?
Dudes just went to the restroom.
All right.
I'm going to miss virtual yoga with y'all. Trust me, I understand. But I'm doing much better now that I've eaten some. Great. In that case, let's get some steps in tonight. Come over and we can walk around the lake.
11 nights.
Appreciate you being in my business.
The actual pictures are on the website of the clinic.
Did you check your blood pressure today? I did that.
And once again, it's
Okay.
Royal Caribbean.
Okay. High blood pressure is not going to be my friend if I can
Crazy
help it.
cheap.
See you at 6. Let's get it. See you then. Now more than ever, it's important that
I don't know if I'd want to go on a fucking...
and the hearts of those we love. Check in on one another and be a part of the healthy blood pressure movement. Rally your squad to take the online pledge at releasethepressure.org. Brought to you by the Release the Pressure Coalition and the Ad Council.
So you started my
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeartRadio station. It's Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter. Mornings at 10. Streaming live on our free iHeartRadio app and at khow.com.
15.
ABC News, I'm Alex Borat. NATO is warning Russia against targeting allies' infrastructure, saying it would be met with a united response. NATO's Secretary General also urged Russia against using nuclear weapons.
I don't think I'd want to be on a cruise ship 15 nights. In fact, I know I wouldn't. That's too long.
Dangerous and irresponsible.
Boy, that's a lot of
Russia
places.
knows
Holy shit.
that the nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought.
Here's
NATO and G7 both condemn Russia's missile strikes. President Biden, in a statement, praised Israel and Lebanon's agreement to end a siege.
There's nothing to say.
The president spoke with both leaders to congratulate them on the U.S. In Baltimore, prosecutors in the
Fresh
case against
glacier water.
Iran say they won't pursue another trial. Ahead, so more than 2 decades.
Okay, here's the world.
Ex-girlfriend in 2000. A judge overturned the case last month.
31 nights.
The U.S. is gearing up for a severe flu season. The number of cases nationwide has nearly doubled from mid-September. Americans 6 months and older are urged.
That's a real fucking deal. That's like $5,000. That's still cheap as fuck for 31 nights. Though. Yeah. And I think Queen Victoria, if I recall.
Hey, Tom? Tommy? He must have stepped away. He did.
Going to a party or handing out treats. Even higher than pre-pandemic 2019. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
The skeletal remains of more than 240 people have been unearthed.
Smarty Marty's getting a haircut.
The remains were found under a former department store and are believed to be from the ruins of a monastery dating back to 1256. Alex Torres, ABC News.
There's still time for business owners to claim their federal aid under the Employee Retention.
Oh, so line 1 hung up. Okay, perfect. Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name? Richard, in a sentence or less, what did you want to talk to Tom about on the show today?
You can claim the credit even if you receive a PPP loan. This is a cash payment and not a loan, and can be claimed now. The licensed CPAs and tax professionals at Ferguson, Timar & Associates have been serving business owners across the country for over 15 years. The best part is that until you receive your cash payment, you don't pay us a dime. Our tax credit specialists are available now at 833-ERC-FILE, and your tax payment estimate is quick, easy, and free.
Who'd you get it from?
833-ERC-FILE. To qualify you and your
Titan Solar issue.
$6,000 per employee of free.
All right, hang tight. Listen to the phone.
At 833-ERC-FILE. That's 833-ERC-FILE.
KHOW News Time, 103.
A 14-year-old girl is back home safe after she was missing for more than a week. Boulder Police Deputy Chief Stephen Redford said...
Deputy! You ever been on a cruise?
Many things for social media that are out there
And we were confident, based on some recent things that our detectives were able to run down, that she was alive.
The teen was found Monday evening.
We get
Thornton. She was reported missing after
trapped out.
The teen was found. She just didn't want to hang out with her parents.
Typical teen.
Yeah, I'm gone for a week.
And everything was fine. It was New Year's Eve. It was a fun trip.
That would be kind of.
Yeah.
An initial report into the collision of two planes in Boulder County was one of the planes was not transmitting required location data. The NTSB report into last month's crash shows that a lightweight plane that took off from Platte Valley Airport was not broadcasting the data. 3 people died in the September 17th crash, which is still under investigation. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster. Couple things in your way right now. Road work to look out for leaving the airport, southbound Pena between Tower and 56. That's adding a couple of minutes onto your drive right now. Other than that, just slow speed southbound I-25 right around 6th Avenue down to Mississippi. And look out for this.
Tommy, are you there?
Yeah, I am now.
You were asking about that guy making a comment?
Yeah.
You didn't know what he was calling about?
No, I just wanted to know in general. Oh, he hung
I
up.
guess he did. Some guy called yesterday looking for an RV or something. Is that right? We weren't here.
I don't see. That's what it was confusing to me. I don't recall it.
Oh.
Maybe. Hold on. Let me look here.
Or some sort of Class C something or another.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He was looking for a class. That's right. A van. Mark was here.
You know what he said? That Costco. You know how you can buy cars through Costco? You can buy RVs through Costco too. Get discounts.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's what he was going to say.
All right. Good.
With Orchard, you can skip the typical headaches and hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. Then, when Orchard sells your home for more than they paid you for it, you keep all the profit. If you're ready to maximize your earnings on your old home and minimize the stress of selling it, you need to try Orchard. Visit Orchard.com and see how you can get an all-cash offer today. Orchard. It's the new way to home.
Watch every pro football game at the Ultimate Resort, Monarch Casino Resort Spa Blackhawk, monarchblackhawk.com.
Changing definitions
She can't even define woman.
to fit a narrative.
Change the definition of recession.
A narrative of a larger agenda.
For the Great Reset.
The definition of 630 KM is Denver's talk station.
You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right, what is going on? This is the Troubleshooter Show, solving problems, answering questions, and taking complaints. This hour brought to you by Fix It 24/7, fixmyhome.com. $39 get you a full and complete deep clean, extreme clean adjustment of your furnace before it gets really cold. Get it done now. Don't be caught without heat. And I'm telling you, you know it can change at any time, and they do a great job. fixmyhome.com, 720-526-3939. All right, so let's go to the phones. Then I want to talk about hair growth. Some people have asked about that, and PRP or stem cell, if they've had both. But right now, Susan wants to talk about Larry Miller Ford. We'll talk about that. And then Richard wants to talk about Titan Solar. Now, Titan is a big company, and other people sell Titan. And we got to figure that one out. Susan, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, Susan. What's going on?
So I have a 2018 Ford Escape. It has less than 60,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Last end of March, 1st of April, I dropped it off with a check engine light, and they ended up, I'm sorry I don't have the paperwork because it's in my glove compartment, but they told me something like it was a cracked gasket, so the oil had been leaking and they had to replace. Major work, but it was all covered under warranty.
Really? So when they say major work, did they have to redo the head or anything?
Well, I'm so sorry, I don't have the papers.
It
They're
sure
in my
sounds
car.
like it.
Okay,
but, yeah,
do you know how much
probably
the
So-
repairs were?
I think it was supposed to be something like $1,500.
Oh, well, that's not a head, Mark. Okay, that could be a head gasket. But anyway, what happened then?
So at the time they were doing this, they had given me an estimate of 3 to 4 days to repair. It ended up taking 13 days. They saying, well, it'll be ready tomorrow, ready tomorrow, ready tomorrow. And I finally talked them in to give me a car, and then they said, well, that was covered in your original warranty anyway, because I do have a warranty on the car. Well, so I drove it.
What kind of warranty, Susan? What kind of warranty? Is the original factory still on it?
Yes, that was covered under the original factory warranty.
All right. So what is happening now? What's the problem now?
So what happened on September 27th, my check engine light came on. And just so you know, I've been checking the oil every month.
Are you telling me it came on again?
Yes. Yeah, it's September 27th. And like I said, I treat my cars well. I check the oil once a month on the first, September 2nd this month because I forgot. But anyway, check engine light came on. I was on my way home and thought, well, I'll just get it home and figure out what I'm going to do. I drove it about 1.5 miles. The whole thing died. Just
hold on a sec. When you say the check engine light was on, was it the check engine light or was it the oil light?
No oil light, just check engine. And I looked at my app on my phone, and it said service engine soon. And I thought, okay, well, that's probably oil change. I can deal with that. Let me just get it home and I'll...
Let me ask you this. Did your engine end up dying? Is it ruined?
Well, here's the thing. Had it towed to Larry Miller. It took them a week to look at it. And now they said they're going to replace the engine under warranty, but they won't get the new engine until October 26th through the 30th.
Let me say, Susan, really, if they'll do this, if they replace that engine, truly, on a 2018, you are so far ahead that even if you had to rent a car, I'm telling you, Susan, they could have said that you should have not driven with that check engine. They could have made arguments. They could have made it very difficult on you. I would not make a hard time right now.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's a 4-year-old car going on 5 years old, 60,000 miles, and you're going to get a new engine? I've seen dealers fight this because, that light was on, it was abused by the consumer, they did too much, we'll only, we'll give you a deal, but we're not paying for it. Are you sure they're truly going to fix this under warranty?
See, that I'm worried. I'm hoping so.
Well, what do you mean hoping? Did they say they're going to redo it?
They said they're going to replace the engine.
Okay, under warranty.
But yes, but this time they said they will not provide a rental car.
God,
Is that fair?
So what? I mean, listen, I know you're thinking, well, that's easy for you to say, Tom. No, I'm thinking of the overall picture here. I'd like to know, to begin with, why did it fail again? Do they have any idea?
See, I think, honestly, there's something going on with Ford Escapes because I happened to run across a friend of mine that has a 2017 Ford Escape. Same thing happened to her. Car completely died, towed in. She got something repaired, then drove it maybe 2 miles. She was on her way back home. It died again. She had it towed back to the dealership, and they said she needs a new engine. So I thought that was really strange that 2 cars, Ford Escapes, hers is a 2017.
Well, Ford Escapes, truly, before, they had some recalls on the head gaskets.
Maybe that was it.
But that was the old one. Okay. That was the old. Those only went up to like 2014, I thought.
I don't know.
But listen. I don't want to tell you to settle. If you want to fight for a rental car, I would just hate for them to say, "Look, we're doing this." I don't know what argument they can make if you kept. How long did you drive with the engine light on?
Oh, not even. It was like not even 1.5 miles.
Oh,
it was maybe 1.25 miles.
All right, maybe we do fight for it. I don't know. Maybe we give this to someone to fight for it. Let's give it to Deputy Dollar. And see if he can call. And look, we can't promise anything. They don't owe you a rental car, just so you know, okay? A rental car is a courtesy. That no warranty. I don't know of any warranty that requires a rental car.
Okay, my point, they did give me one before, and my concern is a 3 to 4 day repair took 13 days last time, and that's an awful long time. I know, I'm getting the new engine, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm thrilled about that because I love my car. But is it fair for me to go back and say you covered a rental car before? Can we work something out?
Yeah, you can, but don't be surprised if they don't. I kind of think the fact they're not giving you a hard time and they're just doing it, I'd leave it alone, but you do whatever you want. The point is they're not required to begin with. So that's the whole point I'm coming up with. They're not required to begin with. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Hair growth. What does PRP work for hair growth?
PRP and stem cell therapy. PRP mixed with
Mike.
Oh, hold on. You got to repeat that whole thing. Thanks, Mark. Okay, go ahead. So stem cells and PRP mixed together.
Right. So what we do is it's basically the same mixture that we use to treat joints. So when we treat joints, we use stem cells from bone marrow, stem cells from fat, and platelets. When we treat hair, we use the stem cells from fat and the platelets together, all concentrated, all isolated. And we have a multi-point injector. It looks like a syringe with about 12 injection heads.
So
on
it's like a pin cushion.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good analogy.
So you literally do the head.
We do the entire scalp.
Yes.
Area by area, and then take a insulin needle. The doctor will take an insulin needle and go at all the areas where that multi-port injector couldn't get. So all around the edges of the hairline.
Yeah.
We'll get that as well. And what that will do is that will prepare the scalp. That will make the scalp optimal blood flow so that it can regrow the hair.
How long does it take to see results?
You can see results within a couple of weeks. It's as long as
it really does stimulate hair growth.
It really does stimulate hair growth, yes. Now, if you want to keep the results of that, now remember, the factors that cause you to lose hair in the first place are still going to be there. The dihydroxytestosterone and the fact that you're not getting great blood flow to your scalp. So the blood flow to your scalp is going to be greatly increased with the stem cell therapy, but over time, those effects are going to wear off, and you're going to
may have to do it again.
You may have to do it again, or if it's your first time doing it and the hair loss that you've experienced has regrown, then what you need to do is mitigate those factors that are causing it to go away in the first place. Deal with the DHT.
Well, how do you deal with DHT or hormones that cause hair loss?
Well, finasteride is a medication that's used often to lower DHT. Avodart, things that there are also prostate medications that also decrease DHT, but they're used for dual purposes.
No, you're right. I heard about that. Okay. So that can prevent the hair loss once it's restored.
Right. So DHT, dihydroxytestosterone, is just a byproduct of testosterone processing in your body.
Right.
And as we age, that level increases. And as it increases, it causes your hair to fall out. So the objective would be to decrease the DHT so that you don't have the recurring effect of having the hair that you've just regrown then fall out again. So what we would recommend to a patient would be to do this procedure and then get on those medications and do topical scalp therapy to maintain what we've been able to restore, rather than repeat the full stem cell therapy procedure every year or so.
Does it grow back just sparse, or does it really have good results, or does it depend, or how does it work?
It depends, and every patient is individual, and we assess each case individually. So what I recommend patients do is if they call my clinic, they can schedule a consultation with our hair specialist, who'll be happy to speak with them on the phone and answer all of their questions and gather all the information that they need. So when they come into the office, what we do is we have a special magnifying glass that we use that's specifically meant to look at how many hair follicles are in a particular area.
Right.
And by that measurement, we can determine how much needs to be restored, or whether it's so far gone.
Because it doesn't put in new hair follicles, it just stimulates the ones that are there.
This is not a hair transplant.
Right.
This is stimulating your scalp to regrow hair where your scalp was not able to grow hair before due to the dihydroxytestosterone and the other factors that made it fall out. So, sometimes if you're talking about somebody who's been completely bald for many years, it might not be the best option.
No, I get it.
But really, if it's somebody with thinning hair, if it's a younger person with thinning hair, yeah. that would help. You would see a noticeable difference, a marked difference. Now again, same thing that I tell patients with stem cell therapy, we're going to tell you what we think the outcome will be, and it might not be a restoration of a full luscious head of hair, but when we sit down with a patient and tell them what we think the results are going to be, and the patient agrees with us that that result would be acceptable, we meet or exceed that expectation about 85 to 90% of the time. So that's what I like to describe as our success rate, is that we meet or exceed what we've set as an expectation for the patient, and that's going to be very individual based on each case.
All right, that's 833-STEM-GEN. Ernie has a question. We'll answer it after the break, but what's the question, Ernie? Is Ernie there? Okay, we'll
He's
just
up.
Answer. Well, let's just take this break. I'll come right back to him.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution: DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with a push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
ZeroResDenver.com. That's the website, and what you're going to get is a lot of nothing. What I mean is this: they clean your carpets with water. Yeah, empowered water. It's a patented process. It is so dang effective. Zero Res Denver also has a patented scrubbing technique, and they leave your carpets healthy because they don't have residue and chemicals and soaps that never really entirely get out. Your carpets, they dry faster and stay clean longer because of it. Not just carpets, but tile and grout and granite, even mattress and upholstery, area rug cleaning. I love the way Zero Res works, and you will too. Even pet odors come out. ZeroResDenver.com, $119, 3-room areas. And of course, you can have as much as you want done. They're the only ones I allow in my home. 303-471-5150, 471-5150, ZeroResDenver.com. Sheridan Auto Tech. When I say Sheridan, you should think family. You should think honesty, experience, longevity. You should think all of the good things, value, and really ethics. And they have electrical repairs available there. Very seldom do shops know what they're doing with electrical repairs. SheridanAutotech.com. 303-455-7242. 455-7242. So how do they do this? Are they multiple individual syringes, or is it pumped in?
I'm pretty sure, because I've seen it, and I haven't seen it that often. I think it's a round syringe. It's like one syringe that feeds a number of. It's like one handheld. Yeah, it has to be, because he's got a thumb thing on it. So it's one filled cartridge that injects out of 12 ports. Something like that, maybe 10 to 12.
Yeah, so it's going to sting like a mother.
It's not fun. I'll put it that way. They do, yeah. They put some lidocaine on, which kind of decreases it, but you're still going to feel it.
And you had it done.
I had it done.
Why?
My hair was thinning.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did. It filled in like this area.
Radio.
But
Radio.
But I did that, and then what I do is I use drops. That's basically like Rogaine. It's from another company, and that keeps everything fine. So what happened is I stopped using that for a while. My hair got pretty thin, and I started using it. It didn't come back that great. So then I went and did that, because I was like, I'm selling this to patients. I should know what it's like. And I did it, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to really emphasize the discomfort part of this procedure. I mean, it's not like you're crying, but you will bleed. There'll be they have to wipe, the blood.
That sounds horrible.
But no, it worked. It filled everything in. It took about a month to notice that it was growing. I was 5 weeks between my hairstylist visits before and after, and I had her take a picture before and after with my wet hair, and you could see that it was filled in. It wasn't really that noticeable with wet hair, but when you dry your hair, you could notice there was a significant coverage of it. And that was more than, it was probably a year and a half ago, and I've just been using the drops, and it's still, there's no bald spot there.
Trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter.
I had, like where your hair is most thin, right here and here, I had that here.
Like right your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you.
Yeah, if you did it, it would thicken it up. It wouldn't, you'd have to talk to them about what you could expect, but you have hair on your head, so you would be a good candidate. If you just had this and this was bald, it would be a different story.
I wonder if you'll get a hair transplant. You listen to this?
Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name?
They call Integrity Health Advisors a local broker that has your best interest. A lot of us haven't.
Oh, okay, probably got a voicemail from you or something, or it could have been a missed dial. This is the Tom Martino Show. Did you reach out to us at all?
Call Integrity Health Advisors, a local.
Okay, I wonder if I just accidentally misdialed your number today, or so. Was it from today, sir?
720-288.
They're replacing her frickin' engine after 60,000 miles.
Wow. That's a good deal.
I know, and she wants a fiction about a rental car.
So that's the kind of stuff that happens.
I know. That's exactly right.
I can't believe they're still pushing the vax so much.
Oh my God, they are. Totally.
Guess so. I don't know what it is.
With a good breeze, temperatures today still warm in the mid-70s. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Worst.
Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop today and save big. Blindster.com.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. All right, so Ernie, no, he's not there, or he is there. Yes or no? Just a real quick yes or no.
I believe he's there.
Ernie, you got a problem? What's going on?
Yes.
Nope. Hold on.
Yes, we're
before, and
okay,
someone
Ernie,
told me that HGH you could use it after you
Ernie, you weren't okay. You weren't on before. You got to start over. I'm sorry, Ernie. Go ahead.
Okay. The doctor was talking about the procedure used for falling out hair.
Yes.
Well, he was mentioning that HGH is some of the cause. Deficient HGH. And if you, they told me that you can't use it if you had cancer before.
Ernie, no, he wasn't talking. Ernie, he wasn't talking about HGH. He wasn't talking about human growth hormone. He was talking about
yes, I know.
DHT.
But also he said that, I thought he said that if the reason why your hair fall out is because you deplete the deficiency of HGH.
No, he didn't.
No,
okay.
he didn't say that. Okay.
No, he said it was because of DHT.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. And I understand what Ernie is saying is if you had cancer, you can't have HGH, human growth hormone. It could exacerbate it. And by the way, thank you, Ernie. What about stem cells for cancer patients? You said not indicated. Does it simulate cancer?
Well, there's been no cases that have shown that it has increased growth of cancer in patients that have cancer. But as a precaution, we don't treat patients that are currently under cancer treatment.
Richard wants to talk about Titan Solar. Richard, what's going on with you?
Well, I signed up for a Titan Solar System about a year ago, this past July.
And
they told me that it would probably be installed in November. and I didn't worry about it. They said they were busy. So
wait,
finally,
this is for a Titan solar system, and when exactly did you sign up for it?
about a year ago, this past July.
So it's a year and a half ago, basically.
Yes, and about
okay.
2 to 3 months ago, they came and they installed the panels, and they installed all the power boxes and everything, but they never hooked anything up. They never wired anything in.
Got it. Got it.
And I can't get anything out of them. Today I made...
So is all the equipment installed a couple months ago?
Yes, all the equipment's been installed.
But it's not, but they haven't hooked it up yet?
No.
Have you paid?
And, okay, I paid... It's a deal where you don't pay anything down. You're supposed to pay, the power bill is supposed to pay for it.
Okay, got it. So in other words,
So
you pay for the electricity generated.
No, the electricity generated comes off of my power bill. I have to make a payment to this Goodleap Financial for the...
And how much do you make as a payment, sir? How much?
I think it's $279 a month.
Okay.
But
so what's going? Are they expecting you to make payments right now?
Oh yeah.
Wait, but even though it's not working,
I put a stop on it.
Wait.
It's not working.
When did they want the payments to start?
Last week they tried to take one out of my bank account.
The first
but
one
I put a stop on it. Yes.
Was okay. So now they want you to make payments.
Now they want me to make payments, and I told them I wasn't paying a dime till it was hooked up.
I don't blame you. And what do they say?
Well, the bank got all mad, and they said that I better look at my contract, and I told them just come and get their stuff and take it out.
That's right. I'm with you.
100.
I'm with you 100%.
And now today I called Titan. The salesman keeps telling me he can't get anything done, that I need to call Titan. So every time I call Titan, I'm on hold for 45 minutes to an hour. And the last time was today, just before I called you, and they told me they had no record of me buying anything, and they had no record of me calling them last week or any time before.
So they have no record of you buying a solar system?
That's what they told me today.
Good. Then tell them you're not paying for it.
Well, I did.
Good. I think you're taking the right step.
Yeah, but
Guys,
there's probably a finance company involved.
I don't care. The finance company, there's no record of the purchase. So where's the record of the purchase? Ask the finance company for proof.
Okay.
Richard, the biggest problem is if they don't have a record of your purchase, we need to figure out where or how to get this thing working. Do you have, so when you call them, they have no record of you at Titan?
That's what they told me today.
Who's the sales arm that sold it to you? Richard, who's the sales arm that sold it to you? What's the name of the company that you worked with to buy it?
Kirby Oric, and I understand that he just works directly for Titan.
No, Kirby is a dealer, I'm sure.
Well, he
right?
could be. I don't know.
Did Kirby... Well, here's what I need to know. Do you ever recall any other companies you dealt with before Titan?
No.
Okay. You feel that this was directly sold by Titan. Do you have a contract?
Everything I done was over the phone with one of those where you sign on the phone to do it.
So you do not even have a copy of you can't even prove that you have a contract?
No. I can't. Maybe they can. I don't know.
And who's the finance company?
Goodleap Financial.
Okay. Well...
Hey, B. Large just pointed something out. You realize that salesman's name is Kirby Oric?
Oh, snap.
Yes.
Is that possible? Is his last name Hoover?
I believe that that's a made-up name, Kirby Oric.
Well,
I don't know.
it sure as hell sounds like one.
But I don't know. I'll ask my friend, the private investigator, KitchenAid. I mean,
Or Mercedes Honda.
yeah. Or
How about
Amana
Chevy
oven.
Hyundai?
A Mana oven. Or no. Man, I'll tell you. Are we getting the crazy, not you, Richard, but the crazy problems today? We need to really get into this. I'm wondering, Smarty Pants, I don't want to overload him, but he is kind of became our solar expert. Has he dealt with Titan before?
I'm almost sure he has.
Let's listen. Ask him to make a call on this. I didn't really send him too much today, did I? Let's do that. This is crazy. 303-713-TALK. Now, crazy question. Somebody wants to know. They heard about a friend that had stem cell therapy for migraines. Okay, I have no idea if this is true or not. Have you ever even heard of it?
No.
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 Okay, what about if it had to do with the neck?
We don't inject stem cells into the neck. Okay. And the reason why we don't is because there's a lot of structures in there that are very dangerous, that if you hit them, arteries, things like that. So, and also the efficacy of doing stem cell therapy to the bones of the neck, to the joints of the neck, doesn't really work that well. The joints are really small, the discs are really small, they don't get a lot of blood supply, so it's not really the best option for stem cell therapy. Anything from in the spine below the neck, yes, but in the neck itself, we steer clear from that.
All right. GarageMagic.com for garage floors, patios, pool decks, and sidewalks, guaranteed for life along the Front Range. GarageMagic.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.
Couple issues in your way right now. Road work to look out for. Leaving the airport southbound Pena between Tower and 56. It's adding a couple of minutes onto your drive. Look out for this full closure in Jefferson County. Westbound on-ramp from Harlan onto I-70. It's going to remain closed until next Thursday. They're replacing the bridge there. And other than that, just slow speed southbound I-25 right around 6th Avenue down to Mississippi. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Mostly cloudy today. Mid-70s for the high. Tonight there's a slight chance of rain down to the mid to lower 40s. Tomorrow sunny and 74. Thursday sunny and 68. Right now it's 76. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop today and save big. Blindster.com.
So, if you are looking for help with personal injury and you don't want to be just a number, then you need John Fuller, because you're going to notice the difference. The first thing, you're not calling a call center. You actually talk to John Fuller directly about your case. That's the major difference first. And then second, he takes your case if he can handle it, and only if he personally can handle it. He is smaller by design. He is a accident law firm for accidents and for people who are injured. Now listen, I know you hear about people bragging about all of their settlements, but what he brags about is how he handles each and every case and will never take one more than he can handle personally. You will never get that anywhere else. How about that? John Fuller, Fuller Law, myaccidentlawyer.co, 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500. Genesis Total Exteriors does solar as well. You know, we've heard a lot about solar companies dropping the ball. Genesis does not do that. Genesis has a great solar connection and a great solar company, along with what they do is a 25-year guarantee on all components. Check them out, genesissolarco.com. And of course, if you need any contracting done from the roof down to the siding, windows, doors, decks, painting, you can go to genesistotalexteriors.com. Okay, I covered that. Do you have kids?
I don't. I know you have a number of children, right?
Just two.
Oh, for some reason I thought you had more. You have a son and a daughter?
Well, we don't know how many illegitimate ones.
It's like the voice of God over here.
I had my first child at 51, you know, so.
Were you married first, but like, did you have a previous marriage before?
30 years, but no kids.
And then you married somebody who wanted to have children?
Yeah, I married a disaster marriage.
Well, that's a long time to have a disaster marriage.
No, 30 years was wonderful. We're still friends.
And then you got married again, and that was a bad. And that was a bad marriage?
Yeah.
And then you got married again?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a good one.
To a good old friend.
Good.
For years and years and years.
How long have you been currently married?
10 or 12, 10 maybe.
Oh, good.
I forget. I gotta look it up. And then, we have, yeah.
Yeah, I was married once for a couple of years in my late 20s, and then I just got married again last year.
Yeah.
Yep. So I had a long stretch of being single. 3 years. It was my college girlfriend, and we got engaged because I was going from Florida to California to go to school, and she wanted that kind of commitment to go with me, and then it just didn't work out when we were living out there.
Never does.
Yep. Well, especially at that age. I mean, we're both in our mid-20s.
My first marriage, I got married, I think I was 20.
Yeah. And that lasted for a long time.
Yeah, it did.
So that's good.
And it really...
You got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any complaints.
I have no idea.
Well, we'll see if Tom wants to take it. What happened?
We parted ways. No, that's not fair to put up. I wouldn't put that up.
Okay. Well, I know they're all friendly.
Yeah.
You know, oh, Bob, they just went a different direction with their marketing and stuff, but it's funny enough because the gentleman, Mr. Joel Cherdak, he worked with Chris Centeno forever and a day, and I think trained with him and everything. But they just went a different way, so we just have a new company on.
Do you have a car taking up space in your garage?
Did you have a question for him? He'll be happy to answer them.
It's time to sell your car to the sharpest rides. With every vehicle sold, we will make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Call 303-9343-410 today.
Facing a job loss? Considering a pension buyout, a severance package, or what to do with your 401k? Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, and I can help. 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so we're talking stem cell therapy with DenverRegen.com. One thing I want to tell you is they also do hormone replacement we'll talk about, but I'm going to take Bob's call first. Callers always get priority, 303-713-TALK. Go ahead, Bob. What's going on?
Okay, so I've had stem cells in my knee, my hip. I got my hip replaced, but my knee I can't straighten out. The orthopedist says it's arthritis. And so I was just wondering if the PLP or the stem cells is going to help. Maybe
Well,
get my
Bob,
knee
may I ask you something, Bob? Did he say you needed a knee replacement?
They told me 5 years ago I needed a knee replacement, but not them. That was an orthopedist.
5 years ago.
Yeah, maybe 6 coming Christmas.
And it was only one, was it only one knee?
Yeah, my right knee.
And why did they say you needed a replacement?
Well, because it was bone on bone, and he says there's no bone on bone. There's still always little stuff left over.
Well, there's always a little something, but truly, what do you think? Knees, do they respond well usually when they're that bad?
Knees are the most common joint that we treat every month by far. It's the most commonly arthritic joint that people notice because you walk on it every day. So the pain doesn't go away. And so, yes, we treat many patients who have been told, quote, you have bone-on-bone arthritis and you are going to need a knee replacement either now or sometime in the near future. And we get those patients functioning perfectly fine, not needing to have a replacement of their knee, and we do that all the time. Now, I can't guarantee that everybody's going to be a candidate for this procedure. Obviously, we need to evaluate each patient on an individual basis, look at their x-rays of their knees or their MRIs of their knees, and determine if it's something that we can actually heal or help or improve or prevent somebody from having to undergo a knee replacement. But in general, all the time, we are treating patients that are being told that they have bone-on-bone arthritis and that their only option is a knee replacement, and that simply is just not true.
So Denver
Okay, is there a
region-
chance I can straighten my knee back out?
Well, again, we would have to look at your images and evaluate you and have our doctor that performs the procedure speak to you directly to determine what it is that's causing your knee to be unable to extend fully. If it's a bone spur that's blocking it, that would have to be removed surgically first. If there's some other object that's biological in your knee that's blocking it, that would need to be reversed.
Do you have any x-rays?
From a few years ago, yeah. I went to
And
sit down.
when they took, hold on, Bob, when they took that x-ray a few years ago, was it when you could not straighten your knee as well? Was it still doing that?
When it was, I could straighten it then still.
You might need another x-ray. Do you guys do x-rays at
Yeah.
the clinic?
No, what we do is we contract with another company that has about 12 locations in the Denver area. They're called Health Images. I just write the referral straight to them, and then they call the patient. The patient can walk in and get the x-rays done.
And is it the new low, fast x-rays, you know?
The digital x-rays, yes. Mhm.
Oh, good.
That's why we used to do them in our own clinic, but we found it was much more efficient and easier for patients just to go to a Health Images that's nearby them because they have so many locations and because they have the highest level of technology.
So, Bob, if you call them, first you'll talk to a doctor if he thinks he needs, or you'll talk to Joel, and then if you need, you'll get an image and then talk to the stem cell doc. You ought to at least, it doesn't cost for the consultation. I imagine the x-rays cost, right?
Right, and that's separate from us, and so they take insurance. They'll work out arrangements with the patients on how payment is done.
So, and that's 833-STEM-GEN is the number, 833-STEM-GEN, and just try them out. And then, Joel, how many people need MRIs before a stem cell?
A few. It depends. If it's mostly an arthritic issue, we can generally see that on an X-ray, and that's all we need. If it's a soft tissue injury, like a meniscus tear or something like that, then we'll ask for an MRI. We can always order the MRI too. But typically, when we're ordering images, we start with an X-ray, and that's usually enough to get a consultation.
How does it do for meniscus?
Meniscus is cartilage, so it'll regrow that tissue.
It does repair it?
Yes. Now, if there's tears in the meniscus, we can repair that. Now, if there's a tear and there's a flap from that tear that's lifted, and that may be what this gentleman is experiencing is a block in his extension because of a torn meniscus that's flapped over, that flap has to be removed surgically before we'd be able to do the stem cell therapy. But in general, we see a lot of meniscus tears all the time, and it's something that will heal with stem cell therapy.
303-713-8255. More coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible.
Road work in your way right now, leaving the airport. Construction southbound Pena between Tower and 56. That's adding a couple of minutes onto your drive. And a full closure in Jefferson County. Westbound on-ramp from Harlan onto I-70. It's going to remain closed until next Thursday so they can replace the bridge in that area. You can use Sheridan as an alternate right now. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly cloudy today, mid-70s for the high. Tonight, there is a slight chance of rain, otherwise mid to lower 40s. Tomorrow, sunny and mid to lower 70s. Thursday, sunny, cooling down to 68. Right now, it's 76. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
This fall, find everything you love listening to on Audible. From memoirs and true crime to celebrities and sci-fi. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
The Art of Granite can give you a price on the phone. There's a couple reasons they do that. First, they're proud of their deals. and they really do have great discounts. And they're also they also want to get to talk to you and find out about your project. And it's convenient, and they know most people won't do it, but they will. Now, whether it's granite or quartz or any other kind of stone or man-made material, they do it all. And they do it at wholesale for materials, tear out and haul aways free. The bathroom counter's done free when you do the kitchen, and they do it all with a spirit of excellence. You will love the way they do business, even the prices on the phone. TheArtOfGranite.com. Mitch Fleury and his team in Golden, TheArtOfGranite.com. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. Empower Reverse Mortgage. The name says it all right. Empower yourself with a reverse loan, empowerreverse.com, but only if it fits your circumstances, which means you have to have some equity and be older, now 55 and older. And sometimes it's actually better to do it when you're 55 if you have a lot of equity before prices maybe adjust, because they can't take the loan back once they give it to you. So if you need to know more about how these interest rates and equity positions affect you, call the helpline established by EmpowerReverse.com, 720-500-7719. 720-500-7719.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Are you having Jay Brett's to the house tomorrow?
No, listen, I wanted to talk to you about that, and I don't want to do it on are we on broadband?
Oh, do you want Mark and I to call you when we get in the car?
Yeah, I need to talk to you about tomorrow. I may have to do some attending to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mark and I will just call you when we get in the car. Settle it.
Thank you. All right.
They just look a lot thinner. Since 2004, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and to look and feel their best. Go to andro400.com for more true testimonials, before and after photos, and special discounts. Only available on andro400.com. andro400.com.
Former President Trump just made a big post to his Truth Social, and he's praising Dick Morris's new book, The Return. Trump says Dick Morris's bestseller is a great book and urges you to get it. The Return reveals Trump is running again and will even win. It's even predicted recent events.
I can't believe they're still running this commercial.
Big Tech and the Deep State have formed a secret alliance to stop Trump no matter what. But Morris predicts they will fail. Trump calls The Return fantastic, and Dick Morris...
He'll never be reelected again.
Newsmax says
He will never be reelected again, ever.
Already an
ever.
#1 bestseller. You need to get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere. Or check out the free offer from Newsmax and save $28. Just call 800-NEWSMAX. That's 800-NEWSMAX. Or go to thereturn911.com. Thereturn911.com. And get your copy today.
Scott, what's your problem, bro?
Dollar. Such a troublemaker.
He is. I saw him throwing stuff at old people out in the parking lot.
And he's a loudmouth.
He,
I'm calling
how many
Susan.
liquor stores have you robbed?
Two. I'm calling his not girlfriend Susan.
I do find that funny how you're not boyfriend, girlfriend. But yet you are.
Yeah, I'm so stressed.
Scott's living single.
People all over.
Okay, they're friends with a lot of benefits.
A lot of bennies. She decorates his house, and it's a nice job.
And they go on vacation together.
That's probably one of the greatest benefits.
She is a really nice.
She is nice. What's that?
That's probably one of the best things, having her do stuff around the house. Make it look nice.
That's right. And she cooks and cleans for
Yeah.
buys her Valentine gifts. I don't know.
Lay in the pipe.
He's service since 1994. Visit Fairway Collision Center at 8550 South Valley Highway, Englewood.
From your radio to your desktop. And when you ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio, Denver's talk station is available everywhere. Just download our free iHeartRadio app. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So, testosterone therapy. A lot of clinics do it. Okay, so what do you do differently, or what can you offer? Tell us about it. I mean, testosterone replacement, I think, is a proven thing. I don't think you have to talk people into it if it's done correctly with the proper levels. And so how do you do it?
Well, we added it as one of the services that
Mike.
Hold on. I turned them off. I'm going to turn it back on. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, we started providing the service in conjunction with our stem cell therapy treatments, because what we found was that when male patients, when we treated them with stem cell therapy and they were on testosterone replacement therapy, actually got better quicker than patients who weren't. And then we started offering that as a standalone service.
Yeah.
So, it's not. It's the same. Any clinic you go to that's doing it correctly is going to do it the same way. Check your levels, get your labs, write the prescription. So in our clinic, what we offer is $99. You come in, you get a consultation, you get a lab order, and then you get a follow-up visit after that.
Now, when you say the lab order, does it pay for the blood test?
It does not pay for the blood test.
Okay.
So the blood test is either covered by your insurance, or it's
usually
not.
is.
Yeah.
And they're not expensive anyway when you do the single test.
No, not typically.
No. And then another important thing, Doc, is the ratio of estrogen to testosterone. Many men convert too much of their testosterone to estrogen, and they go on testosterone, and all of a sudden they're not getting the desired results. Do you guys monitor that?
Yeah, when we do our follow-up labs, which are every quarter, estrogen and estradiol, two byproducts, are something that we measure to make sure.
Because there are pills you can take along with testosterone once a month or once a week that can keep that in check.
Right. So if we see that those levels are getting too high, not as a result of overusing the testosterone, but just your body's natural metabolism, then we'll prescribe what's letrozole. Is one drug. These are estrogen blockers.
You know what else I heard? I heard now that in the vial of testosterone they can mix is it called an aromatize or whatever it's called? I don't know what it.
An aromatase inhibitor.
An aromatase inhibitor right in with so it's one shot does all. I don't know if you've heard about that.
I have not. Yeah. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Because that's the first that I've heard of that.
You probably have a lot of women that do it too, right?
A lot of women that do testosterone replacement therapy?
Yep. That, Mark, you're talking about because of the pellet therapy, women do that because they do both estrogen and testosterone in a mix. It's almost like a troche in the butt in a pellet. But women don't ever do straight shots.
Right. We don't treat,
I didn't know that.
No.
We don't treat any women. Now, this is a service that we're going to provide after the new year. We're bringing in another doctor that does specifically women's hormone replacement therapy, which would include that.
Different.
But that's different. That's not the service we're talking about now. What we're talking about now is just straight testosterone replacement therapy for men.
Yeah. Speaking of pellets, what is your feeling on pellets? I had pellets for years. I actually went back to shots, and I can explain that whole thing. I know pellets are supposed to be more level, but they start out just like everything else, low, go high, and come back low again. But they're not bad. And however, I got more scarring and stuff. I mean, I ran out of places to put it.
Well, there's two advantages over injecting yourself versus putting the pellet in. One is you can control the dose. So you can really fine-tune what's right for you when you're using a syringe and you're pulling.
The very next day.
Right.
Or the next week. Right.
Whereas with the pellets, they're a month. You get it at the beginning of the month and you get another one the next month.
Now, there are many benefits. I'm not dissing pellets. For some, it works very, very well, and it's good for women who want to do the estrogen with it and all of that. But I'll tell you, though, that for me, I did not, I'm not saying a lot of bad stuff about pellets, but I decided I had more control with shots. But I don't know why people don't think you do, because I was talked into thinking you don't have control, but you do. Because you're right, you can alter the dose if you do it twice a week, especially. I don't know if you recommend your guys do once or twice.
We recommend twice.
Yeah.
Because of how much it goes up and goes down in the system.
Okay. Now their number is 833-STEM-GEN or DenverRegen.com. I'm Tom Martino, and remember, you can call 303-MARTINO at any time to get help, information, and referrals. If you leave your name and number, we will call you back. You don't have to stay on hold. Save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app.